Do
not turn your work into your personal life.
No matter how many times I look at this, every time I see your character's name spelled out, I read it as huge.
Okay, wait, let's go back to, I'll just say, a new friend.
Kanish, do you see a blank
My
over
first.
there?
No, sir.
Oh my
Do you
god.
see a blank over there?
I'll be like, no, sir.
It's like when that Australian cricketer
There was a lot of
WAD went in and all the Sri Lankans
This is sugar. There you go, sugar.
Made.
Hey, no, sir.
This is not a playground where you make friends. This is where you work.
Yeah, how many times must I tell you?
Yeah, how many times must I tell you?
So, what's he like?
Well, I've heard he's...
And then we had to figure, I haven't written
Okay,
how we're describing him. We had to figure that out.
Okay.
I think on the day. And it's like accompanying his suave walk-in montage.
And
Okay?
as
Like a few things, yeah.
as he's describing
Can we get some
chronologically, I'm
shots?
walking in.
Yeah.
You know how, like, in Bollywood movies, when they do the walk-up, they'll sometimes do, like, speed frames?
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Slow down again.
And it's always like a low up camera angle. It's always a low up.
He does, like, a look or something.
Okay,
It's
so...
like, we can do that easily.
Okay,
It's
include-
like always when the mother-in-law is angry. And
I'm just gonna watch
he and
shots
his-
of this guy
She
walking.
and her sisters are coming in.
Yeah.
Like,
And then we were thinking
Yeah,
that you know one of those
yeah,
like
yeah.
multi-layered like tiffin like rice and curry containers.
Oh, yeah.
So he'll have one of those. I mean, like he'll be swinging it
You guys have one
around.
of those?
Grandma Chandra has it.
Nice.
We'll just ask her to borrow it. Okay,
So old-fashioned.
so he's entered. Now
That's
he's
amazing.
entered.
Does he have an amazing costume? He must have, like, a costume. You guys have
We haven't
Well, we haven't
decided
figured it out
outfit
yet.
You guys got... Yeah,
We have 2
exactly.
You
days.
said all black.
It'll be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we're thinking all black to contrast us with all white.
Oh, that's a good idea. But just, like, make sure it's all, like, culturally, like, sensitive to...
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if we
Yeah.
have the supplies.
Can you even put two?
Oh my god! He's Sinhalese,
So
so
I don't-
he wouldn't have that.
yeah.
He would if he was like a
Then that's not culturally
Brahmin
appropriate.
Tamil, yeah.
Mm-hmm. On top of you
Did we
walking.
make it the characters Tamil yet?
No.
Okay.
We wanted Kishan's character initially to be Tamil.
Yeah.
But now he's from Winnipeg, so he's not really. I mean, your character can still be Tamil, but from
I can
Winnipeg.
be from Winnipeg. You're the director.
No, but you can still. No, what I meant was his character. His character was initially like Tamil 100%. He didn't even speak English. He only spoke Tamil. We were gonna grab him sorry that to write his lines.
Right.
And now he's from.
But
He can
that
still
was
be
when he was
Tamil
a
from
Guru Nanak
Winnipeg.
Yeah.
I think he should be Tamil from Winnipeg, but he should know some Tamil, and maybe he knows of
Like you.
Jaraath.
But what I'm saying is your character who's the Captain Desmond De Silva, and we can change his name if we make him Tamil.
Yeah, just make
but he
him
can
give
still
him a
be
different last name.
from. He can be in Winnipeg.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he can still be Tamil.
Yeah,
That's fine. That's fine.
So we can figure out
That gives
another
him a
name.
connection.
All
We
the
can
other
name
names that we
So maybe you
that
can have a
Karen
put too.
chose they're all Sinhalese. So that's
So if
why
we can
I
make you
asked
Tamil
if
and you can have a
chose
put too?
made any Tamil character.
What if we make
Oh,
it? Actually, no.
yeah.
It's probably maybe not a good idea if we make it that he's like suspicious of Devon. Let's not do
No,
that.
it doesn't have to be because
Yeah,
of
let's not do
that.
No.
Anyway, your Tamil will have to change
Where
your
are you
name.
from?
De Silva at least will have to be changed, but I like
Oh,
Captain
God.
Desmond is fun.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so Devon.
no, the first name is good. The first name is
Okay.
good.
Anyway, Devon, now it's your line.
The name's Pereira. Kuhinawat Hevage Mohan part in the Pereira. I'm in the Royal Sri Lankan Island Police, also known as ASLIP. At your service. You must be Captain De Silva. Pleased to meet you.
Likewise. I hope you're...
Do you have a cigar? Likewise.
I gotta think about the
It's
stupid
like
accent.
Popeye-esque.
Gotta keep it consistent, but...
Popeye.
I hope you're going to so low.
Now he's playing like a 50s noir detective.
I know. Tamil, the first Tamil 50s
He's
you wanted
noir.
to
No, it'll probably be like the accent I'll probably use the accent that I use when I go to Sri Lanka that eventually just comes anyways.
Okay, which
where
is
it's
what?
like slightly...
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what we
just
want.
slight, just slight.
That's what we
not
want.
too much.
Oh yes.
I don't.
Slept like a punchila man. Or like slept like a punchila man the entire time.
Sure. Anyway, let's get to the matter.
Kohila sits down next to Manushi, that's Moi's character, who kind of ignores him. Kanish gives him an excited wave from across the table. Desmond goes to the board.
And then I can just I can like sit and go like this. And then you can do the hi.
Yeah.
I just hit, look at you, and then just ignore it.
What do you think? Okay, two nights ago, I received a call from RSLI.
There's R slip. R
R
slip.
slips WDG.
Aslip.
R slip.
As?
No!
Oh.
Say
R?
R and then slip. The letter R and then slip.
R slip.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. 2 nights ago, I received a call from Arslip. Deputy Chief Chalindu Fernando. He reported that.
With all due respect, sir. I would have said sir. Yeah, or captain.
Yeah.
With all due
Sir,
respect.
I'll just say sir.
Yeah. As I think as this was first brought to our sleep's attention, I think it's best that someone from our division carries out this briefing.
Excuse me, don't you realize this is our jurisdiction too?
Relax, Nangi. Let me show you how it's done.
Okay, should I change
Again,
that?
bad,
Should I,
but-
no. Should I change that or is that fine?
Relax, Nangi.
Okay, that's just a note. That's a note for
I
changing.
don't know.
Good.
Okay, okay, Desmond looks angry but relents and sits down. Kohila takes the front position near the board.
Okay, as Captain was saying, our slip got a call
Are
from
you
Lakshmi.
muttering that whole thing? Like,
Yeah, okay.
As Captain was saying, our slip got a call from Lakshmi. You guys know who she is, right?
Yes.
Kanashi is a big fan.
She reported having received several death threats in the mail and suspicions that she was being stalked.
Also, we can have some fun writing one death threat letter. Just
It'll be
one.
like the murder
Because it'll
mystery.
be
I was
shown
gonna
on
say
camera. It'll be
exactly.
shown.
why is that fun?
You don't have fun writing death threats?
Why not?
You don't do that with your friends?
I don't know my friends.
Okay, when you guys do table reads, do you get mad at the main character when they leave to go to the bathroom without asking for permission?
What? What's that again?
Say when you do real table reads, you get
Yeah,
angry
so
at
it's
the
a
main
complicated
character
one.
when they leave to go take a bathroom break without asking.
No, because when I do table reads, the actors respect the director. They would never leave to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
Wow.
So basically,
Devon, where's the respect?
He disrespected. I'm not the director.
Yeah, that's true.
Devon, where's
the respect?
But I should ask for toilet break.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
She reported having several death threats in the mail and suspicions that she was being stalked.
Then
All
you
the
tape
letters-
death threats to the board.
All the letters mentioned wanting access, though we aren't sure what that means.
Well, mentioned, access.
Yeah. What do you say?
Access is a different word. Access is different.
Access.
Yeah, access.
Access.
Oh, did you tell
All
us?
the
It's
letters
like
mentioned.
Axis. It sounds like Axis, but it's
Access.
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 Yeah, there we go.
Access.
Yeah.
Access.
Yeah.
Though we aren't sure what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, this wasn't the first time she's called us about this. It's been going on for a couple of months.
And it's our job to put a stop.
Any suspects?
No, that's Moe says that.
I think we both should say.
No, she's asking you.
Oh, she's asking me. Oh.
You can't be coming into my studio saying the lines of my other officers. Remember, keep your stuff in check.
I think we're talking to
that
Dissilva.
voice sounds like when we've gone
Admiral
to see
Akbar.
movies, I've seen. Well, yeah, that's true. But Captain Colonel.
Oh yeah,
in the
like you know.
Cineplex ads.
Oh yeah.
Colonel.
Oh, yeah. That's probably where you're getting it from. Honestly. I love Captain Colonel.
It's so funny.
All those every time that's like low key my favorite part of the movie is when I see the Captain Colonel.
I think it's Colonel. I know I said Captain Colonel. But
Colonel.
it's so funny because it's Colonel.
It is Colonel.
I am Colonel.
Moe says any suspects.
Okay.
These
Yes.
are Deka.
So far, just one.
And then Kohila tapes a photo of Taranga on the wall.
The manager?
Exactly. Taranga Ekanai. Now, to the public, he may only be her manager and also the owner of a legitimate, superb. Okay, let me see. Exactly. Taranga Ekanai. To the public, he may only be her only manager and also the owner of this superb and legitimate cosmetic company.
Why is it legitimate?
No, I just changed it. Okay, I'll remove legitimately. It's legitimately
Wait, but I thought it was
superb.
supposed to be a legitimately superb.
Yeah, that's what it is. Legitimately superb.
Oh my god.
Devon
Okay.
is-
I'll remove
Also-
legitimately. It's just superb.
Yeah, and also the owner of this superb cosmetic company. Smell me.
Wow, you smell so nice.
Thank you. But back in Sri Lanka, there are rumors. Rumors that he's one of the most powerful members? Oh, powerful members of the army. He seems to have spread his roots here too. In Winnipeg, out of all of the
You should
places.
actually do that.
What?
Like, say the smell me.
I was gonna say.
I should tell
yeah,
you. I should
what
make
if-
to
That's
money.
really funny.
What are the scents he
Like-
got like
What do you
sprayed?
mean? Because I don't know who's like actually trying to interact with you.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
give
no,
you
no.
the one
I'm
that-
You're
ignoring you.
ignoring
Oh,
me.
I can do this. I can count
There's
like
a
this.
scene where he
Okay.
What did you decide on?
It's like this one is trying to get my attention,
Yeah.
but I'm purposefully ignoring him.
Okay.
The dynamics.
Yes,
I'm ignoring him
Yeah.
and trying to like be condescending and aggravating towards Manish.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
Friend.
Yeah.
No, there's gonna be a scene where he puts on his clothes
Yeah.
and then says smelling.
Why is there a warrant twice here? Nothing to warrant a warrant.
Oh, that's no, that's like on
It's
purpose.
wordplay.
It's like verb, right? Warrant the verb and warrant the noun together. Okay.
Okay.
He says it.
Yeah.
He only says Nagi. He never calls it by name ever.
He seems to have spread his roots here too.
Which is good because he can't pronounce your name.
But nobody has been able to get any dirt on him. No proof, nothing.
Nice.
Nothing to warrant a warrant of sort.
Okay, come on.
Nothing to warrant a warrant of sort.
And any sword.
Nothing to warrant a warrant of any sort.
There we go.
Very good.
So strange. Okay.
You again.
Now, which is why I was sent here. Not only does R slip, she's
I like how he's like pacing.
I know.
Really getting into it.
not only does R slip see this as an opportunity to get close to Tharanga, to see. Okay, it's run on sentence.
Can you do and to see what he's really up to?
Yeah.
Which is why I was sent here. Not only does Arsip see this as an opportunity to get close to Tharanga, yeah, and to see. Yeah, I'm missing an and there. Sorry.
Or just and see what he's.
Well, and to see what he's really.
So when he's saying they, who is they? They thought of
Arslip.
that together.
Oh, grape gummies.
Oh wait, this last sentence is definitely has to be cut. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, the line is. I'm asking you all for input because this line's terrible, but I need an ending to the sentence. So the whole thing is,
Quite fake.
which is why I was sent here. Not only does Arslip see this as an opportunity to get close to Tharanga and to see what he's really up to,
Yeah.
that stays.
Yeah.
This next part's terrible. They thought that together, the authorities of where he came from and of where he is now could potentially take him down together.
What? Yeah, this makes sense.
It doesn't make no. It makes sense, but it's extremely wordy. It's basically saying that the people from Sri Lanka and the people from Winnipeg together can take him down.
Yes.
Anyway,
we
so
can
I'll just say, just
Instead
end
of
it.
saying together twice, you say together.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
can take it down.
Yes,
Not only
exactly.
does Arslip see this as an opportunity to get close to
Exactly.
Tharanga.
Combined forces, whatever.
Yeah. I'll just say that Arslip sees this as an opportunity to get close to Tharanga and to see what he's really up to. I'll just do that.
And we'll save the Lakmini too.
Oh shoot! That is not supposed to be
So
there.
we'll take him down together and we'll save Lakmini too.
Yeah, there we go.
As an afterthought, as in I'm sort of like
Yeah,
saying
you're
to
like
myself.
you're just like
you just like
Arslip.
remember it.
It'll be like this, like this. Arslip sees this as an opportunity to get close to Tharanga and to see what he's really up to. And we'll save Lakmini too. Like that's not your priority.
Oh, okay.
Why is mine bolded?
Well, it comes into play later. No, ignore the bold.
So which is why I was sent here. Arslip sees this as an opportunity to get close to Tharanga and to see what he's really up to. And we'll save Lakmini too.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. That's Moe's.
Seriously, why is it bolded?
I'll tell you after. It'll come. It'll be a
Isn't
surprise.
it odd that my line is?
Read it in bold.
No, just ignore the bowling. It's more of a note for me.
Wait, hasn't
Isn't it odd that
hasn't she
Lakshmi hasn't
seen the
been
scene?
harmed yet? These incidents have been happening
Is
for
this
quite a
not-
while, haven't they?
This isn't like
And
you
why was
showing
Taranga?
up. Is it?
Is it Taranga?
Taranga.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, is
this
it like
isn't
Auntie
you
Taranga
like
or is it
reading her in the
Taranga.
story. is it?
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which one? You
Taranga.
keep saying either.
Taranga.
Okay, let's all say it differently. It doesn't matter.
Taranga, it's a short term.
He's saying it short, you're saying it long.
I say it's long.
I
It's
think
not the
it's
way
long.
It's named after Sasmita's uncle Taranga.
That's where
Taranga?
Yeah.
Taranga.
that's where we
Okay,
heard it.
fine.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, Moe's line starts
Why
with,
would
"Isn't it
Taranga
odd?"
be a suspect in his sister's death threats and stalking case?
That's the point, Nandi. You don't have any logical lead, so.
The sarc-
Lakmini is
not
Now
sarcasm,
everyone's
but
why I hate him.
somehow related to Taranga's shadiness.
Mo, you start building.
Okay, then
up
there's a
your
pause.
What am I
hatred.
frustrated?
I haven't.
Just you are
It's all
frustrated.
right here.
Nice.
He keeps leaning back on my knees.
Don't do that, Devon. Okay, anyways, pause. Koila is frustrated.
There's something off about the siblings, I'm sure of it.
It's more like, there's something wrong, there's something off about the siblings, I'm sure of it. Like that.
Angrily.
Yeah, angrily. Frustrated.
There's
More
There's
emotion.
something off about the siblings, I'm sure of it.
I wish I had siblings.
Shut up, son.
Shut up.
That's me!
You are not.
Relax, Nandi,
Manish.
okay? We both
Okay.
are allowed to say the same thing.
That doesn't seem too forced, right? He says there's something wrong. There's something off about the siblings. I'm sure of it. And then I'm like, I wish I had siblings.
Yeah.
You know how I added that line earlier about
Yeah.
About
Do you see like?
Okay, so basically, what I was telling you earlier,
Yeah.
there's a writing tenet in screenplay writing.
Okay.
It's the writing tenet is that you can't write your first draft dialogue to be any better than 20% of what it's going to be. Okay.
Any better than? Okay, you mean like what the first draft is not the final product
Just
at all?
dialogue, just dialogue. This is the only rule for
Yeah,
dialogue.
yeah, okay.
So most people, what they tell you to do is they just tell you to write your first draft, and with the dialogue, just always do what you do in your first draft of dialogue, which is you write what you want the character to say.
Yes.
When you rewrite it, because what you do, when I take a second script, I literally just put it here, and then I open a new document and just literally rewrite it.
And make sure nothing is the same.
Pretty much because what you do is every time you read, so let me just look at this. I'll do the exercise. Captain Desmond De Silva, try not to be mad. Okay, I wish I had siblings. There's something off about those siblings, I'm sure of it, right? We just heard that one. How would he say it? You want him to say, that's what you want him to say,
Yeah.
but how would he say it? He is a detective from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
He is smart. He'd be like,
Is he?
siblings.
I wouldn't have been too angry. I would have
Siblings,
been
siblings.
like something is off.
Maybe
Yeah.
I can't point
So
it.
I would say.
Something
So the
is off.
two.
Something is
So
off.
the
Something
two.
is off. He would kind of like a lot of wordage, a lot
Yeah.
of verbosity.
So two things.
And then
No,
he would
no, no.
finally say siblings. He'd be like,
Incorporate
siblings.
different
Yeah.
So that's the
things
rewrite.
Okay,
like,
okay.
There you go.
Sri
So
Lankan
two things.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Two things are. No, you're right.
Yeah.
The problem, the flaw in that is that the first draft has come out 2 days before
I
filming.
know.
So the hope is that we'll rewrite when we're filming. Like we'll do like one take. Let's say he does it exactly like
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
there.
That's why you should get
and
the
then-
gist of
Yes.
what you're
Yeah.
saying there and just say it as best
So
as
I
you
know
can.
I know you were frustrated, and then I was giving you a different version of frustrated. But you do what you want to do.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
so yeah.
that's fine.
Anyway, go back to there's something off about the sibling, or say it the way you want to say it.
There's something off about this.
About those.
There's something off about the siblings. I just can't pinpoint it.
I wish I had siblings.
What did you say? I can't. What did you say before? I can't
Put my
put it.
finger on.
Put my finger on. Okay. Anyways.
I wish I had siblings. I wish I had siblings.
Oh, shut up, Connie. Sorry, I didn't know we
No problem.
I didn't know we would.
No problem. No problem. Desmond gets up.
Oh, before I leave this to you guys, I must tell you a quite like a Norwegian accent.
Your accents keep on changing.
By the way, nobody
figure it
tell
out. I'll
nobody
figure it
tell Kishan what Devon's full name is, because I want you to genuinely not know what his name is at this point.
Okay. Before I leave this to you guys, I must tell you, Kohira. Can I just call you Detective Pereira?
Wait, so you're saying, hold on, I must tell you, can I just call you Detective Pereira?
Because I was trying to say your name.
Right. Okay. Of course, I prefer
Of course.
Of course, I prefer that only those who have earned my respect, such as my Guru Nanse, should use my first name anyway.
Pereira's dead?
Huh?
He's Christian?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Didn't we decide on that?
And we don't know if he's dead. He shows up at the end.
Yeah.
We don't know if he's really there in vision.
Yes.
So he-
Nice.
I
He
like
could be
that.
blessed and still be alive.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
true.
That's funny.
Hey, do it again.
Love
Of course.
Sure.
Of
Of course, I prefer that only those. I prefer that only those who have earned. Okay. Of course, I prefer that only those who have earned.
Just say it a different way if you want.
Those who have earned my respect, such as my Guru Nanse. Let's be his name. Use my first name anyway. So it's Agent Pereira.
No, and it's Agent Pereira.
Okay, and I feel like
And it's Agent Pereira. Agent.
Okay, and I want to have a line here where I step right up to him and be like, it's gonna be such a stupid line. I want to say, okay, anyway, I want to say that we have not been idle. We investigated Portugal and found nothing. Okay, well, they look, Pereira.
And like, instead of
Like a quiet ending.
Yeah, but I want to say, I want
You want to get close to my say and you actually say Pereira?
so no agent. So no agent. No,
Imagine Davy Jones saying it. This day.
so no agent or yes agent?
Okay.
Yeah. So okay.
And then I want to say something like, I like everything. I know I hate everything about you.
Yeah.
But I like who you are. So like compliment where it's like both at the same time. So
Wait, I hate everything about you, but I like who you are.
yeah, I see that you're a man who gets results, but I don't like the way you get those results. But I have to respect, like, the quintessential captain to the rogue agent.
Yeah.
To say that
Being
line
full
where
of
he,
differently.
where he like respects him, but he's like mad that he respects him.
Yeah.
That's the dynamic you're going.
Okay, so something like, okay, I have goes in his face, try not to be mad. Actually, is mad, not trying not to be mad, is mad. Okay, Pereira, I hate everything about you, but I respect that you're a man who gets results.
We have not been idle. We investigated Portia and found nothing, so he's more mad.
Yeah, and then I interrupt. But we have other methods in place for getting information on Tauranga.
Yeah, you're like the excited.
Yeah,
guy,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Any other questions, Agent Pereira?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
Yes. Can you please introduce me to my new teammates?
So at this point, Moe and I have not ever been referred to by name, just to kind of make this actually like a
And
legitimate
so now
thing.
it's like a shot of you two.
Yeah, and now you're narrating.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is like the thing from that show.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. Manisha Mendez, down to earth, great head on her shoulders. She's the best integrator the city's seen in years. I can do the Batman one. Confession made is second to none. Yeah. And then how do I say your name? Kanish.
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 And did I say her?
Did
how
you
did I
pronounce
say
the
her
K?
name? Was it
Wait,
Manish?
why?
I just it's a funny K
How do I
name.
say it?
Wait, he has the date. He has the.
How do I say the name?
That's my guy's
yeah.
name.
Can you say the name so I know how to say it?
Can you say?
What?
Kanish.
Kanish.
Yeah.
And your name is Manishi.
And then
No,
her-
Manashi.
Manishi.
Manashi.
Manishi.
Yeah.
Manashi.
No, Manashi.
Manishi.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. And Kanishk. Okay. Manishi Mendez,
Kanish.
down to earth, great head on her shoulders. She's the best interrogator the city's seen in years. Her confession rate is second to none. Kanishk Joseph, my best detective. He's only joined the force 3 years ago, but he proved his worth quite quickly. Even though
That is like
he's
Snape.
he's a bit of a free spirit, you can always trust him to come through in a pinch. I probably
Why
use
is there a
that.
question
Yeah,
mark?
why?
Oh, because I was like,
You
is
always
this good?
trust
Is this
Fred to
good?
come through
No.
in a pinch.
It's good.
Question mark?
In a pinch.
In a pinch.
No, the question mark is like
exactly as it was written.
no, the question mark is if the line is good. Okay, anyway. Then
It's a good line, I like
thank you. So then the monologue ends and we're all just standing around and then is your line. Alright, I'm out.
Alright, I'm out. Call me once you ask someone. Manish, Kanish.
It's kind of funny things like Manish and Kanish.
It'd be funny, actually, it'd be kind of a cool thing. Where like,
Manish, Kanish.
Think about this. What if I actually mixed up your names on
Yeah.
purpose a lot? Because if you guys were actually siblings growing up in the same household, you might get your names mixed up anyway.
Like,
I mean, we're not the siblings,
we're
but
not
I
the
still think
siblings.
it's funny to mix
yeah,
them
but it's
up.
still funny.
It is
Mix up our
funny.
names. Mix up
Okay, I'll just say
Manish.
It's so random. That's so funny.
Alright, Kanish, make sure that the Agent Prairie here gets whatever he needs. Oh, wait, Agent Pansy Jones here gets whatever he needs.
Okay, then Devon's line.
So I'll be looking
Then,
at
then he leaves. Kishan
Yeah.
doesn't
So I'll
leave.
look at
Yeah.
you to take a pause
And then like
okay,
the
let's get started.
camera like zooms in. You're like, well, let's get like
Oh,
whatever,
that's
something
what you
cool.
want, okay.
Yeah, like something cool. You're cool.
Okay.
Think of a different line if you need.
You can say like in my home country, as they say in my home country.
Yeah,
Say some-
yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll think of something.
Okay.
I'll think of
Our home
something.
country.
In my home country.
Okay, now here.
My home country
Okay,
is Russia.
before we continue, a few things. Okay, that was good.
Nice.
One scene, probably the longest scene is that one actually. I need to open my notes.
And then the whole thing with the bad guys.
Yeah, so then the whole thing with the bad guys is next, and then we've already filmed that.
Okay, so that now
That's done.
We've seen that.
Yeah, so then we go.
Right now.
So now, okay, a few things. First of all, is that all movies need to have like a lesson. Obviously.
What is this, the Bernstein Bears episode?
Okay? So the only lesson that can possibly be taught in this movie, there are two lessons. Number one is Moe has to teach Devon the value of teamwork. Not
I
teamwork,
thought it was
but
movies.
like basically
you think
Devon.
this Nangi can teach me anything?
Basically, it's
Really?
like Devon's always talking about like not that he
He's
doesn't
flying.
value teamwork,
Okay, what's her name again?
but
Kanish.
Kanish. Yeah.
Kanish.
Kanish.
Listen, okay.
Okay. Anyway,
You know where you are.
Devon, it's not that he doesn't know how to work together with people, but he's always trying to like be responsible for everything, right? So when something goes bad, he's like, I messed up, blah blah blah,
So
and
he doesn't like people like taking over, like helping him out or anything.
pretty much. So
So
then,
that means he's not
He's not comfortable. Yeah, he doesn't accept help. So Moe's trying to help him accept help. The second lesson is that fruit tea is better than taro milk tea. That's another thing, Moe. Moe's basically trying to. Moe and Devon kind of warm up to each other. Yes.
Yep.
With the taros in it?
No. Taro is like in the drink. It's like blended into the.
So taro is basically just like when they.
It's like juice. It's like juice. No.
Taro is like purple yam, so it's a purple yam flavor.
Like milk
Wait,
drink.
Yeah, I know taro is.
Yeah. Like a.
Wait, what's better?
Yes, taro, of course.
Taro is better.
No. Fruit tea is definitely better.
Taro is better.
Okay, it doesn't matter right now. Okay, anyway, so we need to be conscious. We need to be
I will
conscious.
leave my house to specifically just get a taro root.
Same.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Hey, look, we gotta buy them a drink now. Okay, anyway, so I'm just saying that there's this lesson that if we want to have something, we should try to have this, and we should try to be conscious of it when filming.
Right.
Okay, the second thing is that I just want to go over this. I have a note it's called potential ideas that remain unwritten, and this is an idea I had like way back at the beginning that is probably not going to pan out, but this is the whole thing. I just want to read to you guys now because I think it's pretty funny. Is throughout the movie, if in this original idea like draft was like they would encounter a situation and Devon would be like, as my in this point Guru Nansei
Yeah.
as my Guru Nansei used to say, there's always the risky way.
He's gonna God bless him every time.
Guru Nansei. Guru Nansei. Okay.
He crossed himself every time he says it.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
During the 7-on-7
Yeah.
scene, throughout the whole thing, do I have my lunch box?
No. You can if you want. You don't need to.
I was thinking you want this dramatic
Yeah.
exit, right? So I was thinking of saying something along the lines of, let's get cracking, no? Like, fling the lunch box and just walk.
Okay, but I don't want to damage Thomas' box.
Yeah.
No, like this. Just
Oh, okay. Anyway. So the
Like
idea
hold
was
it here.
there'd be situations where Devon is like, he tells
Does
Mohi.
Sri Lankans ever do that? Is it something you've ever seen?
It's
in any
usually if you are
drama?
wearing a sari, you flip the
Oh, so it's
That's
a play on it's a play on that. It's a play on that. That's good.
or if you are an uncle with a towel.
Okay, I'll write flips, Tiffin, and
I don't know anything.
Tiffin
You should have a scene.
Or it'll be funny out like off screen. Suddenly I have a towel on me and it just goes like this.
okay, Kohila flips a
Just
new
no
towel.
continuity. Zero continuity.
Okay, anyway.
What's the towel for? I run home.
Anyway, so throughout the movie, they would encounter situations. Devon would say, "As my Guru Nans say, used to say, there's always the risky way and there's the safe way. Unfortunately, this situation calls for the risky way,
And
the
each
risky
time,
way. Okay, and then they do something. Okay, whatever.
Oh,
Okay, that's it. Set up throughout the movie.
That's not
Okay,
good.
that's and then that post-credit scene. Post-credit scene.
and
Where's
each time
the-
I say Guru Nans, I would say bless
Wait,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
Let's get through the whole script.
Yeah,
first.
like-
No,
Yeah,
just this is really quick. Okay, wait, I just lost the place. Okay, so then at the end, maybe post credits, he and Moe could be parting ways, and Moe could ask, in every situation we were in, we did it the risky way. What was the safe way? Panted Devon with dramatic music, cut to black, and then they're outside safe way, looking up at the logo. Moe pulls out a gun and shoots Devon.
Read that again. It's so funny. Please.
So,
Oh,
okay, so Moe.
But why did you shoot the ball?
Oh, because I'm annoyed.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a bad
annoyed.
pun.
Oh.
He and Moe could be parting ways, and Moe
That's
asked,
good. That's good. That's
in every situation we were in, we did it the risky way, but what was the safe way? Panted Devon with dramatic music, cuts to black. And then they're outside safely looking up at the logo. And Moe just pulls out a gun and shoots Devon.
I like
Okay,
it.
okay.
I don't think we can. I don't know if this can be in here.
Great scene. I don't think you can film that scene outside the standing room.
No, I think we can. It's
No.
fine, sir.
You could if you were far away enough.
Oh, we could do it when it's closed.
Either
We
we
can do it when it's
have to
closed.
be a bit further
Yeah.
to get the sign.
Anyway,
Yeah,
so
That's
that's-
true. That's true. And it will look better. Too.
anyway, so I have this thing about doing it the risky way, doing it the safe way once in the movie, but I feel like it only works if it happens
You want to do it twice?
Yeah,
twice. So I'll find a different place for it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay. Yeah, I want to keep going.
Okay. So now we go over bad guys place 1 because that's already
Too
done.
bad we couldn't go the safe way.
Now go to page 24. Okay.
Okay, 24.
So
24.
Kanish, Manashi, and Kohila are gathered near the board. Evidence is on the table, including one of Devika's big books, because that's a fat magazine.
This is what we know so far. Lakshmani is
Points to a picture of Lakshmani.
Lakshmani.
No, you don't need to know.
Oh, your
yeah.
point. This is what we know so far. Lakshmani.
Points to a picture of Lakshmani is being stalked and has received death threats. Points to a bunch of death threat letters.
Taranga, right?
Yeah, points to a picture of Taranga.
Taranga, who raised her with tender love and tender loving care, who raised her with tender loving care, is probably shady as hell. And he must have some connections to what's going on.
We know that they're insanely rich due to their own success as well as their parents. And they even own the Sosa Kutia diamond.
Post picture of the diamond.
That thing,
That's very realistic.
that thing must cost at least 40 times.
I don't know.
4 times. 4 times.
40 times of what Akan.
No, 4. It's important. It's 4. You gotta say 4. It's in front of the story.
I made it in there for him
He
to
made an insane amount of
Yeah,
money.
it's whistles. It's a
Okay.
whistle.
It is there.
That thing must cost 4 times what Akan made this year. I wouldn't have said I shudder.
Okay, then change it. Say something else.
Jesus Christ, how much is that in rupees?
Okay, sure.
Especially given that the rupees is suffering.
No.
No,
You
no, no,
could
no.
say,
Don't make
you
it
could say I
political.
could bury myself in.
I mean,
Jesus-
economical. Don't make it economical.
Okay, so Jesus Christ, how much is that in rupees?
Yes.
And I stare out the window, and I'm left wondering what it's like to have siblings that love me.
Fill a bloody.
Too forced, or is that okay?
With those rupees.
Well, I don't know why you're thinking about that. Why are you thinking about that?
Well, I think maybe it happened too early on, but Devon says the thing about how Taranga
You should
raised.
still be hung up on that.
I know. I don't
Okay.
think you should mention it there.
Okay, so then we'll just have the siblings thing mentioned once only. Like
I know.
I wish I had siblings and that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna.
We can bring it up again. We'll bring it up.
Alright, so figure out a way to bring it up again. Okay,
We'll figure it
okay,
out. We'll figure it out.
okay.
Maybe it's just too soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway,
So I'm guessing I don't slap you. Because
no, just say Well, just say like
No. You should say something else. Something that's just like.
yeah, something slap worthy.
Say something chipper. Like it's like we're being serious.
Oh no, wait, I got it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I told him on the heat instead of the eyeshadow to picture
Yeah.
that amount of rupees. He should say, could fill a bloody bathtub with those rupees.
Yeah.
You should
No,
say,
yeah, I can
ooh,
say like
you should say, ooh, and put a wash, and then I'll slap you.
Yeah, that's good.
I can say
Good.
There you go.
so I can say. Wonder how much that. No, yeah. What was the previous sentence? Wonder how much that's in rupees.
No.
How much?
No, you don't have a previous
I shudder
sentence.
to think that's how much that is.
No, what did I?
You're
What did I
eating
say?
We're trying to
instead
replace
of
that.
I said wonder how
Jesus
much.
Christ.
Jesus Christ! How much is that in rupees?
Yeah.
Could fill a bloody
Crazy,
bathtub.
I mean, I had some food, but it was like
A bloody bathtub.
at 5.
And then I say,
Is it bulk season?
you're gonna put a money wash.
Get into bulk season.
You're gonna put a
Going to put a money wash. Then Manushi slaps Kanish. And then I'll just cut to shut up. Go make yourself some tea.
Ignore him. He is, I don't know.
No. Go to shut up, make yourself some useful and get some tea.
Nice.
Thanks.
And then without you even asking me, I'm just giving you my order.
That's
Is that what's happening here?
No, I think.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah.
Is ignore him. He's constantly hung up on the fact that he's an only child, and then Kanish says, because it's so lonely.
Okay. Anyway, so
Shut up. Make yourself useful and get us some
Yeah,
tea.
here,
Why
you're
am I
not
so
Batman.
mean?
You're not hung up on some trauma from your
Aren't you my
childhood.
friend? Why am I so mean to you?
no, I think we're just partners. We're not really friends. We're friends, but we're just
It's,
like
it's
you
a
know.
friendly band.
Karen
Yeah.
decided that the backstory is that when Harin's character would have been.
Also, no, listen. Haran, this photo has to be younger. Like Haran is 13,
Okay.
and it's in Sri Lanka, so there are
Okay.
no laws there. Less laws there. Okay, Haran was
So when
13.
Harin was 13, which
Come on,
puts
you
Karen at
know
7
laws.
years old according to the age
Yes.
gap. Harin,
What?
we were walking by. Oh no,
No, Haran and me.
Harin were walking by a cliff, and Harin pushes him on the cliff and leaves Karen for dead. And Karen just grows up in a village, and then
With
we
amnesia,
just
And then
go
I
separate.
recover.
So it
Yeah.
does make sense for you to be hung up. So
Yeah.
apparently he has amnesia from it, but he slowly starts putting things together as he sees us in the news.
Will you have like flashback events?
No, I've already recovered at this point.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
by now he's recovered. This all happened over what? How old are you in the movie?
I don't know.
Wait, how
doesn't
old
really
were
doesn't
you
really
when
matter.
Haran
It doesn't
pushed
really
you off
matter.
the cliff?
7.
Oh my god.
Maybe I'm like 22 now. It doesn't matter. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
going to put a money wash, and then I get slapped. Shut
Shut
up.
up. Go
Yeah.
make yourself useful. Wait, sorry, I lost it. Shut up. Make yourself useful and get us some tea.
Tea, thanks. I'll have a plain tea with a little bit of sugar. These days I'm trying to cut a bit on the sugar, so just
Why
3
are you
spoons.
diabetic?
Just 3 spoons. You know diabetes runs in my family. So just 3 spoons.
I'll allow you to improvise there, because I can't type fast enough. Yeah, I leave.
Okay.
Call you about then.
Anyways, Nangi.
Anyways, Nangi. Nangi. You know this isn't too much to go off.
Isn't it off of?
You know this isn't too much to go off of.
Why are you saying that like it's our fault? I don't see anything of value that you've contributed. Question mark.
Nangi, listen. When you've been in the business for as long as I have, just being present is enough of a contribution. Have you ever learned to respect elders?
Manushi looks ready to explode. Kohila accepts the tea from Kanish while still looking at Manushi. So he's not looking at the tea and he takes a sip and then spits it out.
What the shit is this? Where's the bloody milk?
Whoa, calm down.
Wait, can you say it more like?
More angrily. You'll be like,
More like,
what?
Where's the bloody milk?
Yeah,
Like,
be
yeah,
like
yeah,
loud.
yeah,
Be
yeah,
like, be
yeah.
loud. You gotta be loud.
Yeah?
Like, what the? Like, be loud.
Okay. So I spit.
Yeah.
What the shit?
Yeah.
Okay. What the shit is this? Where's the bloody milk?
Whoa,
Is he
calm.
as brown as my uncle? Go back to the kitchen, put some milk.
Oh wait.
Actually, when you say the where's the bloody milk, then you should end on a higher and louder note for the milk. Like say it very
Yeah,
angry.
where's the bloody milk?
Okay. What the shit is this? Or what the shit is this? Where's the bloody milk?
Like,
Where's the bloody milk?
This is as brown
This is
as.
not. This tea is as brown as my uncle.
Whoa,
Browner than Muhammad Ali.
whoa, calm down. Okay. Whoa, calm down, Asian Pereira. You asked for a plain tea, so I made you one. And please, no swears.
Who the shit said shit is
Of course. I love that. Of course. Okay. And then just tell me exactly what you want to drink.
No.
Just tell me exactly what you want to drink. Captain De Silva said to make sure you get whatever you need.
Mali.
Well, Mali, even if I told you, I don't think they'll have it here. Might be a little bit too exotic.
And then Mori almost said something. I'm like, oh, sure.
Wait, I know this one. That's so funny. Keep going.
I had it during a mission in Taiwan. By the way, have you guys been to Taiwan? The women.
The women! Oh, the women!
That's really good. If you want to go there, you should.
By the way.
But I've been having girl trouble. Can't understand a bloody thing this.
Oh my god.
Anyway, it's called taro milk tea. Have you guys heard of it?
Wait, hold up. It's called taro milk tea. It's called taro milk tea. And then I break into a huge grin. I don't know how I'm gonna act this out.
Because this
and
is,
I go,
like previously you guys.
yeah, and then I go for like a high five handshake thing.
I'll
And
just
maybe
stare at you. I'll just stare at you. I'll just stare like, how dare you try to get close to me? Go back to the hole you just crept from.
Oh my god.
okay. Anyway, so I go like that, and he doesn't do that. I come back and I'm like, not sure why you think we won't have bubble tea here, but dude, taro's my favorite too.
I'm just staring at you.
Yeah, I turned to Manashi. Look, I found another person. You owe me a taro. And Manashi screams, grunts angrily, and storms away. And that's you.
So I'm
Forget about. Now you say forget about her.
Yeah.
You guys'
Forget
chemistry
about.
is great. But I shouldn't be surprised to see
Forget
that you
about
can
it.
act it too.
We need some leads.
You've been looking into Taranga for a while now, haven't you? You don't have any previous leads or contacts?
Mali, if any of them had any useful information, we wouldn't be. Okay, Mali, if any one of them, yeah. Mali, if any one of them had information, we wouldn't be in this situation now.
You
would
could
we?
say, Mali, if those buggers had any information, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah. Mali, if any of those buggers had information, do you think we would have been minting the information out of them? No, wouldn't we?
I gotta, sorry, we would have been, sorry guys, let me,
We would be minting.
yeah, we would be,
We would be minting it out of them, would we? Wouldn't we?
minting it out of them now, would we? Okay, anyway,
No.
I mean, sure.
Minting it out of them wouldn't we?
Yeah, okay. I mean, sure, but we're desperate. Maybe give them each a call. They might have some new information.
Fine. But only because you're a... Oh, why? I won't say that.
I know. That's why
I
I,
wouldn't say
it's absolutely
Only
stupid.
because you're a tar bro. Tar bro? Aren't you a tar bro, eh? High five? Eh?
I was thinking that might be something that you picked up in
You
Taiwan.
can say only because you're gonna show me where to get.
Yeah,
your
yeah.
contacts.
Yeah,
You
there
can
we
say-
go.
you can
Okay, but only because you're taking me for Taro.
Yeah,
You're forcing to take
You're
me.
taking me
Yeah,
very
yeah,
far.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
good, yes.
Fine. But only because you're taking me to a taro place, right?
I actually like this whole inside joke because I'm very passionate about it.
Oh no.
We're very
Same,
passionate
same.
about it as well.
Yeah.
From
Okay.
the opposite
Okay.
direction.
Anyway, Kohila
But
turns.
this is like a very long established.
Okay, let's.
We
Can
always
you get up?
We always fight
Can you-
You still remember
You have
that
an
they're on the
ally
wrong
now.
side.
Okay.
That they're on the wrong side.
Can you get up so we can act this out? Okay.
Yeah.
He's trying to get close to you. Go back to the corner you crawled from.
What do you want?
Okay, just get up and act this out. Can you act this out? Take this chair. Okay. Kohila turns and walks towards his desk, and his desk has a tiffin at it. It doesn't note for me. Okay, Manushi is sitting working at the opposite desk. Kanish, okay, whatever. Okay, Kohila is already on his phone and goes to sit down. Devon, you don't need to read it. I'm narrating it.
Okay. This is Devon.
Kohila is already on his phone and goes to sit down. But as he does,
As you,
okay,
as you
wait,
said.
let me
He's
read.
acting it. So
Okay, get up. Wait. You gotta act as I'm saying, okay?
This is what's happening, okay? You're gonna sit down.
And the chair's gonna get pulled out from under you.
Karen's gonna put another chair under
Yes.
you.
Why?
So you can't sit down.
Just listen and act as I narrate, okay?
Okay.
He's and as he.
You don't need to act.
Oh, you don't need to act. Okay, I'll just say it. Okay, but as he does, the chair gets yanked away.
Right. But I don't notice it.
Yeah, you don't know. Kanish quickly kicks another chair, and then we'll have to have it in position under Kohila, who sits down without noticing. This whole scene might be cut if it's too hard to film.
If there's like a rolly chair, like
Yeah,
you
all
could
rolly
sort of
chairs.
make
They're
a kid-
all rolly
Karen,
chairs.
it's
Yeah.
really easy. We'll do some
Okay,
cuts.
you
It'll be
can
fine.
sit down again.
We're
Anyway,
gonna shoot 2 different types of it, so we
Okay,
ensure
okay.
that it looks good.
anyway, Kanish walks up to Manashi, who is still facing her computer, but has a string on the floor near her hand. What was?
You typed it?
Yeah. What was that about?
What about?
Manashi, I can see the string.
Looks like the cleaners missed it.
I like that.
And then you're off screen. You call to us.
He's crazy.
No.
Wait, what?
No, answer so
So look, I say looks
Am I
like
just
the.
mumbling to myself?
No. You say it out there. You're calling. You're telling us.
No answers so far.
Keep trying.
He's crazy and so condescending. I don't know how you're putting up with him.
I think he's charming.
Thanks.
No, loudly. You're like, thank you.
Thank you.
Focus on the phone calls. Think of it this way: the sooner we solve this, the sooner he leaves. So why don't you just?
Hello?
Hello?
Okay, and then we'll have a real phone call going on for the timing. But anyway, then we both turn to look at him, and then now you're kind of
Say
monologuing.
your entire name.
Hey, it's Kohila Hevage Mohan Par in the Pere. I'm working a case and I need to talk to you.
Sorry, I'm not in Sri Lanka anymore.
Oh, you're not in Sri Lanka? No, you're not in Sri Lanka. Oh, you're not in Sri Lanka. Where are you?
A city named Winnipeg.
Where are you?
Wait, you're in Winnipeg? I'm also in Winnipeg. Wait, what's my connection to this person?
You're just a
like
friend?
Equal or friends? Okay.
Friend, yeah. Well, acquaintance.
Okay. Wait, you're in Winnipeg? I'm also in Winnipeg. Okay, we need to meet right away.
Fine. Where?
Where? I don't know any spots here. Just send me an address and I'll meet you there. See you in an hour.
And then you talk to Mohi. Oh, Kohila hangs up and turns towards others.
And that, Nandi, is how you get a lead.
Manashi glowers. Kohila is on
What
his
is that
phone.
She's pissed.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kohila is on his phone and Kanish goes to Kohila. It's your line.
So, hold on. So, when I'm saying this, and that, Nangi,
Yeah.
am I shouting to
Yeah.
that end?
Yeah.
Or do I just
No,
come to a
I mean, you can
and
either
say,
or, whatever
And
works.
that, Nangi, is
See,
how
whatever
you
works
do it.
on the day of. Whatever works on the day of.
Yeah,
I think
so
it's
I
better if
think
you don't
I'll
shout
just walk and that, Nangi, is how you do
Okay.
it.
Anyway, continue. Keep going. Okay. Come on. What's your next line? He sent the location.
He sent the location.
Excuse, huh? I'll come with you. I have something to take care of on the way. As Kanish is talking, this again maybe won't film. He casually catches a pool cue that Manashi was trying to use to hit Kohila.
I just wanted to hit it. That's great.
Kohila is now waiting by the door and Kanish comes to leave with a big briefcase. Kohila looks at it warily.
So I'm holding the brief.
I'm
No,
pulling.
he
I'm
is, he is.
sorry. Oh, sorry. Kanish comes with the briefcase and you're looking at it warily. The briefcase.
You're like, why is he have this reason?
So I'm thinking you have weapons or what?
Yeah. So now read your line.
Weapon, there's a weapon.
Okay, so I look at you. I don't think something of that caliber will be necessary.
For this-
It's
It's-
just a meeting, you know?
It's just in case. You never know when we'll need backup.
I don't need
Fine.
that.
Okay, and then you leave.
This is
Okay,
so-
Kishan, can you play Keenan's character?
Who is?
It's in the next
What's his
page.
name?
Name.
Okay.
He doesn't have a name. He's just Keenan.
It's just-
For now, I don't think we ever say his name. Okay, so I'll just read the whole thing. We're walking down a back lane or in the office parking lot if necessary.
I think it's funny that in the universe his name would just be Keenan. He never says it.
Yeah. Keenan passes the cops and brushes against Kanish. Kohila immediately grabs Keenan and either pushes him against the surface like a wall or just holds him.
Oh, okay. But I don't know who this person is,
No,
right?
you don't.
Just a random
Yeah.
person from the
He's
street.
trying to take
Yeah,
you out. You think
yeah,
he's trying to take you out.
yeah.
Okay. What the hell was that? Trying to take him? No, I wouldn't say trying to take him. So he just grabbed. Okay.
What the hell was that? Trying to take
Who you-
us out?
Do you know who you're messing with?
No. It should be some however Devon would say
Okay,
you're
I
trying
would
to
say-
hurt us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would just pin him and
Yeah.
say, what the hell are you trying to do?
Yeah, what did the
What the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
What was that? What the hell are you
Yeah,
doing?
okay. Agent Pereira, calm down. Let him go. This is my CI. I had him investigating Taranga. And I turned to Keenan. So, what's he like?
Oh, he's fucked.
What did you find?
I saw how much money he makes. I heard how terribly he treats his employees, both financially and emotionally. He seems financially illiterate, though, because he asked me for some ways to quadruple his income. When I suggested depreciating the land, this is
I like that you
impossible.
included that. That's funny.
He seemed interested.
What happened to the records you saw? Keenan looks sheepish.
Well, two of his employees said they had kidnapped a woman, and when I
Oh,
tried
it's
to
the
call them
bike,
to
yeah.
go see, I got thrown out, and I dropped records while rushing out.
Yeah. Because it was like, I was like, were you laughing at the line or were you acting? That's how good it was. That's like, anyway, they kidnapped a woman? I really hope it wasn't Lakmini.
Thuranga mentioned Lakmini too. He was going on and on about some security unit that has all their valuables that only he and Lakmini have access to. I can imagine that what kinds of stuff they have in there with that kind of money.
And then Keenan whistles. Okay, then we need to denote this is a very dramatic reveal. And then I mouth to myself, that's where the diamond is. And Kohila says out loud, that's the access the cameras want.
That's the access the culprits are looking for. No,
Yeah.
that's the access the culprit wants.
Yeah,
Okay,
something like that.
okay.
Something like that. It's fine. It's fine.
You figured it
Anyway,
That's the access.
and then I talk Keenan. That's huge information. Great job. Keenan hands Kanish an SD card.
out. Here, I wrote on everything I remembered from the reports. It's not much, but I might be useful.
Thanks.
Wait, okay, sorry. Before we keep going,
Yeah.
can there be something in the last little exchange that prompts Devon's character to start quote unquote speaking like a local? Like it just seems random.
Yeah, it is random as hell. But I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. Maybe like where are you guys off to? Something like that. Okay,
yeah,
Kishan
maybe-
and Dushan. This
maybe-
next
oh,
part
yeah, maybe where you
is
guys
'cause
off to, like, some
Devon makes
undercover-
fun
some
of the
undercover
way
we're
we
meeting
speak
a-
a lot of the time, about how we pronounce A in a lot of words. So this was
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
kind of an
yeah.
inside
Yeah,
joke,
yeah.
maybe unnecessary.
Karen,
I don't know.
Can we
Maybe
have-
you.
Guys,
I think we just cut it.
A more
I think
than
just
any
cut
of you
it.
guys at the end of my sentences, okay?
What's that?
I say A more than any of you guys say A.
But no,
I
not
think it's-
like, not
Why
like
would-
the Canadian A.
I think I'm just gonna
like
cut
the-
it
Why
because
cut
it'll be hard to it'll be
No.
kind of forced. It'll be random. I think we'll just cut it.
No,
It's fine.
explain it.
Okay, we say last and he says like last.
Oh,
And it'll be
how
like
you say it.
liced is how he thinks we say it.
Okay,
That's
well,
what
I
he
was
says.
saying that you could fit it in
Okay.
pretty easily by having Keenan ask where you're
Yeah.
going, and then you can say we're
There's
meeting an
many
informant.
words.
You gotta like keep it on the down low or something, and then he starts doing his thing.
Basically, it's a
Down low, like,
it's a
down-
paragraph.
Not
It's a
down,
paragraph
just-
that's like an
something
in,
of that sort.
it's a paragraph that's purely an inside joke
Like,
between
gotta
us,
blend
but
in.
doing that is unnecessary.
So what's my
You can just
motivation?
still film it all the day if you have
And
time.
see,
I mean,
okay,
it's
and
a
see.
fine.
Okay, I'll just write.
I want to hear how
Yeah.
Devon does it.
Oh, the oh god.
Devon, also, do you want to do it or not? If you still,
I want to.
Okay,
I want
okay.
to.
I do have it in me.
Anyway, so then.
Oh, I wish I was as happy as you when these guys make references and I get it.
Okay, anyway, now Koila starts to speak like a local, but we'll have the transition conversation to make more sense.
Okay.
Bro, can we go?
Wait, no. I thought it was mother.
Okay, wait, bro makes more sense.
Fine, fine.
Bro.
Bro.
Okay.
Can we
No,
go?
it's good because
Yeah.
gradually
Okay.
he's getting
Bro,
more.
can we go?
We need to be there in half an hour.
And then Kanishka and Keenan just stare at him.
You know, I don't know how you guys live through the winter. The beautiful rice covered by this useless snow. And with your hands freezing your eyes. Your Adidas.
Look off your.
Off your Adidas eyes. I hope Excuse has some good warm.
The Adidas is not in the script.
I think is he?
This is page 30. Yeah, 32.
Okay.
Okay.
No Adidas here though.
I
Keenan-
hope Excuse has some good warm pasta.
Keenan turns to Kanishk.
What the fuck is he even talking about?
I'm practicing blended in with the locals. How are we doing?
Here's a tip. Stop.
That was a good pause.
We better go. Great job again. And then if we give Keenan a name, the name comes in here. See you around. And then maybe they go up in each other's faces one last time. They're like that.
Right, because
But
like
they get-
Keenan
but
sort of
Keenan's
established
Keenan
himself.
should get in his face though, because Keenan's a wimp in the movie.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. Hey, Devon.
No, Keenan wouldn't get into
And then
Devon's
Devon
face
should
because
maybe
he's a
say
wimp
like
in the
some
movie.
Right.
some
Not
phrase
really.
that he mispronounced, like see you later, but like he
Robbie.
says some. Like
And
he
we can
does
figure
that.
we figure out if there's a.
Oh, this is now we're doing Robbie. So this
Okay.
is Dallin.
Okay. Again, Kishan, if you can be Dallin. Okay.
Robbie.
Anyway, Robbie Amarodeva walks down the street and into Excuse. Okay, Robbie walks all the way to the table.
wait, Kale has the lines?
I have to ask her if she's working that day. I'll ask her if
Okay,
she can
we've got a
have
character
if she can
named
do the
Minty.
lines. Robbie walks all the way to the
Have a
table
character named Minty.
where the cops are sitting down and sits down and takes off his headphones, and then he extends his hand to Koila and they do like like this kind of handshake, like this one, that one.
Where are you doing?
I'm on page
Dylan.
34. Yeah. Anyway.
Wait. What if they
Dallin.
do their handshake,
Nice.
but the handshake lasts the entire scene, and they're doing the handshake the whole scene while they're doing. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you mean like while they're greeting each other?
No,
They're
while
just,
they do all the dialogue.
they're just like constantly doing a
Great to see
handshake.
you too, Pereira. Who is this? I thought you said you'd be coming along. This is Devin doing. You brought a cup. You know?
That would be amazing because it would establish that they're
Robbie,
close friends.
son
The only
of-
problem is that
Go.
they would have to be able to do it
You
though.
go over there, let it sit down.
If they could do it, that would be so funny.
It's so funny.
but-
it's just an idea to lodge in your brain.
Yeah.
Or if you think you can do it
Son
on
of
the
a
day,
gun.
Yeah.
just have them
Good to
slap
see
each other's
you.
hands.
Yeah, just like the whole time.
I don't think they can.
If they have enough patterns and they just cycle through it, it may not look like it's a
Wait,
pattern.
who is Robbie?
I'll say something.
Dallin's
Oh, this
character.
Dallin's character. Oh.
Okay,
Uh,
Kohila.
Robbie, you son of a gun. Good to see you. And you know, when they do that, there's like a little like.
wait, is he acting for when I do the voice?
What?
Sure, do that.
Okay, so you act and I do the voice. Okay, now
Okay.
mouth the words while I do the voice.
I don't think Hart knows the word. Hart doesn't know the words.
Okay, just move your mouth when I talk.
Okay.
So go.
Robbie, you son of a gun. Good to see you.
Great to see you for too, Pereira.
Okay, and then Robbie turns to Kanish.
I don't know.
No, Kishan is doing the
I
lines.
don't
You-
know. Devon is
Who's
saying
this?
something.
I thought you said you need
That's a good Robbie as a British character. And then
coming alone.
Oh, the detective Kanish Joseph. Kanishk.
yes,
Kanishk.
Got it.
Kanishk. Oh, the
Because the
detective
police-
Kanishk Joseph.
That's
and then
it.
he says you brought a
Or
cop.
I would have said just Detective Joseph. Oh, this is Detective Joseph.
DJ.
Sure.
It's
You
fine.
brought a cop.
Robbie. Oh, no, I'm a cop. No.
That's great. Yeah, but I know. I know you.
Worry not, brother. His chill.
Oh my god!
No, I can't.
Ah.
No, I wouldn't say his chill. I wouldn't say.
Say
His.
something else.
You know
What would you
wait,
say?
wait, you know what's funny? That like at the end of, or sorry, after Don't Worry He's Chill, you have that you extend your hand and
He gingerly
Robbie
takes it.
I'm imagining the two fingers
If you
handshake.
think of something
but
else later,
they
it doesn't
are
matter now.
continuously doing
I would
a
say, like,
handshake
some-
that he has to
Yeah.
either interrupt his handshake to shake your hand or he does it with the other hand.
Yeah,
Don't worry, he's a good fellow.
he's a good fellow. He's a good.
He doesn't interrupt. I feel like he could maybe he could like if we could have.
Wait, what if the running joke is nobody shakes my hand? I go for handshakes and nobody ever shakes my hand.
Yeah. Oh, that could be. That could
'Cause
be.
he didn't do
I
it.
should be the
Nobody
only
wants to
person.
shake
I
your
feel.
hand. Yeah, that'd be funny actually.
That's
That'd be
so
funny.
sad.
Yeah.
They-
funny.
Actually, the siblings thing. Okay, so Robbie doesn't shake it. He doesn't shake it.
He's a bad.
Finger handshake though.
It's fine.
You can do a 2-finger handshake. Yeah, why don't you just do that?
Okay, we'll figure it out the day. We'll see what's if
I
we
mean,
can.
it's still that nobody really
My hand
wants
is
to shake
smarting.
your
Yeah.
hand. He's just doing it to be somewhat polite.
Yeah.
He used
Anyway.
to be smiling.
Now it's your line again.
What's Kyla?
Kayla.
Wait, my turn.
Kayla. Works at
Friend.
Malik, this is Robbie Amaradeva. He works on Lakmini's team as a.
You should work on Lakmini's team as the head.
Yeah.
Oh wait, as the head
Oh.
coordinator. But I was fired during the recent tour. All because I asked Thorunga for a raise. Now I'm stuck here going to university.
And then he slams the table.
That actually
Okay.
was very good.
Dea, you don't have the script open, I'm assuming.
No, I
Okay,
don't.
anyway, Mori, you want to do Kayla's lines?
Sir, please don't abuse furniture. Can I get you anything to drink?
I'm fine.
Right.
I'll get a soy milk, stirred, not soaked.
Of course.
No, soaked not squeezed!
Soaked, not squeezed. Okay. Soaked, not squeezed. I'll get a soy
Of
milk.
course.
I'll get a soy milk.
Kaylee is Robbie.
Wait, do you
Soaked,
have?
not squeezed.
Is there anything about Kayla looking at him like he's crazy?
No, she doesn't bat an eyelash, okay?
Yeah.
And then what does Kayla say?
I'll get a
course.
soy milk. Soaked,
Wait.
not squeezed.
Of course.
Of course.
Kaylee's Robbie. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Robbie leans in.
That's ridiculous.
What the hell did
Ordering
you just order,
milk
Mike?
at a bar.
Kayla comes back and sets down a glass of water with soybeans inside with a metal bubble tea straw. Kayla takes a sip and sighs in satisfaction.
Oh, you're gonna make me drink this? Oh god.
Right, soy milk, right?
No, it's
'Kay.
not soy milk.
Kayla
Oh,
takes a
it's
sip.
It's
water with soybeans. You don't. No,
I'll
but,
drink it.
no,
I'll
but
drink
if the soybeans float, then you will only get the water. It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay,
I can-
Kayla takes a sip and sighs in satisfaction.
I had onions and milk.
Kayla takes a sip and sighs in satisfaction.
Just like they make it.
Just like at home. No, yeah. Just like home. Just like
Offers it to the other two.
home. Want some? High in fiber, they say.
Hell
No,
no.
not they say. High in fiber.
Yeah, there
Hell
we go.
no. We both say at the
Helps
same
with
time.
constipation.
Oh god.
Okay, then Kayla takes another sip. Now Robbie's line.
Carrera, what are you doing?
Fool.
Sorry. I'm just being silly. Carrera, why are you in Winnipeg?
What do you like?
So who's Taranga now?
I'm
Alright.
but I'm not.
Tarang.
I'm being Robbie. Kishan's
Right.
doing the voice.
I'm
being-
the voice, he's the voice. Oh, how is he not getting
I don't know.
Same reason. I need to talk to you, Taranga.
No, I need to talk
No.
to you. And then it's like
Same reason.
brackets, but you're not saying
Okay,
about.
why are you in
that.
Winnipeg?
I need to talk to you.
Why are you in Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Same reason I needed to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
Taranga.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why in Winnipeg? Same reason I needed to talk to you, Taranga.
No.
No.
Oh.
There's a pause.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, Devon. Why are you in Winnipeg? The answer is Taranga. But you're saying, before you say that the answer is
You're
Taranga,
prefacing
saying,
it with same.
The reason I'm here is the same reason I needed to talk to you, which is Taranga. But that's
Okay,
just without words.
Okay. Who's
Right.
Taranga again? Which person?
Okay.
So right now, who am I
Boss.
talking to?
Darling.
Okay,
The crime boss is
You're talking to me. You're talking to me.
Okay.
Correct. Why are you in Winnipeg?
Same reason I needed to talk to you, Taranga.
It was perfect except for the last word.
Yeah.
The last word is not.
Yeah, we're skipping it.
I need
I
it.
am
What about
Robbie.
No,
Same
Heinz,
reason
Heinz
I needed to talk to you.
Tarang
Yeah.
Better. It could be better, but it's okay.
Oh,
You
okay.
need to talk to him about Tarang.
What about
Like replace Taranga with the
What
Black
about him?
Plague. Okay.
What
Like,
about him?
yeah. What if Robbie says? What about him?
What about him?
Lakmini's been receiving some threats and thinks she's been stalked. And we need Taranga.
No, we
and
think.
we think Taranga might have something to do with it.
Taranga trying to threaten Lakmini?
And then he laughs. I don't know how we're gonna make him laugh genuinely, but he laughs. And then I wait. The way
Doesn't
I,
make any sense.
when we have people laugh, I feel like I'm gonna tell them break character. Like I'm gonna tell them break character, and then anyway, then he's like, yeah, ha.
That doesn't make any sense. Actually works really well. That's
Even if he isn't outright responsible, we're also using this as an excuse to investigate and arrest him for any other potential crimes.
So then you stop. You're like, ha, 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 and then you stop laughing. You're just like,
How can I help?
yeah, like you get serious. You're like, how can I help?
So Robbie's a friend to me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So is there anything you can tell us about what the Ekanakas have been up to in Winnipeg?
Other than firing valuable employees, opening that store, and completing a successful tour, I have no idea what else they've done.
Firearms?
That's
No.
not in there. Anyway, and then I'm like, do you know anything about the security unit? And then Robbie looks shocked for a second, then
I'm
recovers.
surprised you know about that. No, I don't know much about it.
I like that Robbie has a British accent.
We're all gonna be disappointed when Dallin starts acting.
I don't even know where it
Wait, before you keep going, I thought that, Devon said firearms. I thought he was going to say, I don't know it. I have no idea what else they've done. And I thought Devon was going to say weed.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway, then he has another idea.
Oh, me? Or-
Yeah.
But I do know someone who does. The director of the facility. I met him at one of Thoranga's parties. I'll text you his address.
Thank you.
Robbie just really likes texting addresses.
I'm texting you right now.
Drop the alley.
Drop the idea.
No,
I'll
lob,
lob
right?
the addy.
I'll lob the addy. I got out there a minute. I'll lob the addy.
Any grandparents watching this thing, they're gonna be like,
No, in the subtitles and brackets will be like,
send the address.
send the address.
That's good.
You have Dushan. You have a line coming up. Just saying. Okay, Dushan. It's your line. Yeah.
Addy? Thank you. You're sure you don't know anything else?
Robbie gets a bit angry,
Told you. That's all I know. Why can't you accept?
and then I slam the briefcase onto the table, and then Robbie gets up frantically.
Oh. Oh, wait, well, we're also right. Hagrid! What's happened? Who opened the chamber of secrets 20 years ago? Sorry.
From the briefcase.
I love that.
Okay, I know. I'm sure you didn't do this, but it seemed like you were using the British accent consistently just to do that joke. Obviously it worked, but
This
it's
is like
so.
Harry Potter
It
earlier.
was
I was
so
like, I have to.
well
Hagrid.
executed.
It was very well.
It was Hagrid.
Yeah, I thought you said this guy was chill.
It was Hagrid.
And then Robbie looks at Kanishk. Yeah. And
I'm
then
telling you, I don't know anything else. I gave you all the information I had.
I open another latch, and Robbie looks at Koila, who leans towards Kanishk. What the hell are you doing? Relax. He opens the briefcase. The two cops are looking to, and they don't see Robbie reach for his gun, basically. Okay, but the audience sees that. And then Robbie looks at the briefcase, and it suddenly isn't scared. The briefcase has a bunch of food containers.
Sorry. Seriously? Sorry, I didn't see my line.
Oh, good. Sorry, I got hungry listening to you two talk. But don't worry, I brought enough to share. And then show Kayla at the bar.
And she's very angry
Yeah.
at this point, right?
Hey, no, I'll talk real loud.
Oh shit.
No, be quicker. It's like,
Oh shit.
yeah, exactly, cut. I think the mom and dad's food might have come, I think. Anyway, and then cut. Okay. Now is the scene, we'll film, the first thing we're going to film at Christie's, there's no dialogue.
Okay.
So it's a shot of Christie's door from the outside, and then somebody kind of approaches it, and you can kind of see their arm, and then from the inside of the door, it gets hit a few times, and it's punched open.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't see who comes in, and then you show the entrance, and then these ice bags are violently thrown in,
Okay.
and then somebody's walking down the highway, and then they're holding a knife.
Oh no, I'll give up.
Somebody's walking down the highway and they pull out a knife.
I'm not sure which side it is.
And then there's some scary music playing,
Who's Morris, Julian,
cut away.
and then cut away.
That's
Okay?
Christy.
Yeah. And then now we're back at the office. And the door opens.
So taro poisoning scene.
Yeah. And then Devon and I are walking in, so now it's your line is on page 40.
And who am I talking to right
Me.
now? Kanishk.
Yes.
I'm telling you, when you pull stunts like that, it gives a different message. You can't do that anymore.
I love the reversal of the foreigner is giving the
Wait,
guy in
This
Canada
thing
the
that you're
advice
talking
on
about right
what
now,
kind
right?
of etiquette and stuff.
It's
That's
at the
so
office.
Good.
Oh, this is not the office. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Okay.
you.
You can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Then we see Mohi, who's standing with her arms crossed, holding a tower milk tea. Oh, you got my drink. Thanks. I reach out my hand for it, and then she slaps it away.
It's not for you.
Manushi forces a smile.
It's for our guests.
Ade, wow, thank you, Nangi.
Here. Come on, here.
What?
Maybe can I hear it?
Ade is so good.
Here.
Why did you say Ade? Why Ade?
Ade.
Instead of Ane?
No, Ane is like, Ane.
No, it can be positive.
Ade is like,
Go from
wow.
here.
Ade, okay, it's for.
Ade is
Sorry.
more like, aw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moe
Or
says-
like, oh yeah, or like it's
Mo,
something.
Yeah.
Moe says it's for our guest.
No. Say,
Oh, sorry.
oh, you got my drink.
Oh, you got my drink.
I thought it was thanks.
Oh, you got my drink. Thanks. Oh, sorry. You got my drink. Thanks. It's fine.
Karen, you need to go.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not for you. It's for our guests.
Me? Ade.
You sure?
Thank you, Nangi.
No.
Okay. Now read the label.
Coil detected. Ooh, I never guess.
I know.
Ooh, I guess I never told you.
I never get.
I never guess.
Ooh, I guess I never told you. I'm lactose intolerant. so can't drink this. I get stomach aches. Sorry, Nangi. Wait, what did you put?
Wait, why are you making her basically an animal?
Yeah, why am I being Lotus Demon?
Why is she's your what's her face from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Your
What was that?
your Rosa.
What's the drink?
The tower milk tea.
So then why would it be my favorite if I'm
No,
lactose
you have to
intolerant?
drink with
Get with soy milk.
I'll take this.
You love soy
Oh,
milk.
You
so
could only drink dairy-free.
okay, we should tell that. Otherwise, like I just confused like why. It's,
Okay,
Milk?
why don't you say? So
You're off?
Didn't you have a line before that was like, oh, does it make with soy milk?
No,
I'm
no,
lactose intolerant. I can't do that. So just
Okay.
add that.
So I guess I never told you I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't. I never.
no,
told
so
you.
it has
No,
to
no.
be with.
You should read the label
okay.
and say, oh wait.
Well, I can
Is
say.
it made- did you get this made with soy milk?
Yeah. Anyway, I'll change that after.
Okay.
Lactose.
I feel like my character, even though he's lactose intolerant,
He would still
because
have it?
Nangi brought it.
No.
I'm sorry for the sake
No,
of
but
this.
for the sake of the
For the
plot.
sake of the plot,
Right?
you have
It's
to.
not
This
a
is a
gesture,
this
it's a
is
big plot
this is a
device.
non-negotiable.
I tried to poison you.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what do you want? Oh, your backpack?
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, Nangi.
Okay. Oh, I guess I never told you. I'm lactose intolerant, so can't.
No.
Okay, so can't drink this. Should have gotten soy milk. Sorry, sorry, Nangi. And then Moi does her weird scream thing again and grabs a drink and storms away and leaves it on her desk.
But why would you have the label then?
Okay, see you guys.
Wouldn't you have it?
Right, by the.
Could it be that like there wasn't any label? When I'm just going to drink, I like smell it. That would
Sure,
that would
that's
make more
fine.
sense. Why would she have a label?
No, but even the label.
All
doesn't
bubble
say-
tea has labels. Okay, don't worry
I
about the
know.
specifics right now. Just keep
I'm
going.
not
Just
saying
keep
he wouldn't
going.
have a label. I'm saying he doesn't have to look at it.
Like Nangi would have removed the label
Why would I remove the label?
because they're trying to poison.
Oh
you.
my god.
What?
No, no, no.
It says taro milk to you with 50% poison. Nothing.
Just
I would add
toy.
I thought by
50%
poisoning,
poison.
I thought by poisoning
Oh,
you
1%
meant like I'm severely lactose.
No.
There's
There's additional poison in
Okay,
there.
okay.
Okay, Koila says we better get going.
We better get going.
Yeah, but take Manushi with you. I need to go through this. I hold up the SD card.
Gladly.
Find the
Alright.
location. I continue. Find the location of this facility and try to get us access to the unit itself. I'm sure, and then it got cut. I don't know what happened. I'm sure that a sweep of the place will give us clues or something like that.
All right, Nangi, let's go.
Oh, she's not a dog.
Okay, can you come?
Why? Okay, I feel
Always
like
treating Mohi like a pet.
every role I've had in one of our movies is somewhat like a demon, and Devon treats like a dog.
Okay, anyway. Alright, Nangi, let's go. She grumbles and walks out, they leave. Okay, I do a little bit of work, so I'm like working like this, and then I kind of like sit up, and then the camera kind of pans to the side, and it shows the bubble tea cup like across the thing, and then you record the cup, and I grab the cup, and I'm just like thinking, and then I'm like, I'll drink it, so I open it, I drink it, and then I'm satisfied, and then I like, and then I collapse on the ground. Cut.
What a quick action poison.
Love it.
Cut. Okay. And then I somehow have a note that in Casino Royale there's a scene where somebody gets poisoned and it's pretty cool.
Not somebody. James Bond.
Okay, anyway, I don't know. It just said
It's really intense.
Yeah,
it's
it
really
is.
intense.
it just said
Because
do it
he,
like
like,
Casino
has
Royale.
to-
That's
Just
all.
like give himself
He
the.
believed himself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What?
maybe not that.
Flip the car over.
Maybe not that. Okay.
He flips the car over. After
Okay, now we're at Maurice Giuliano's apartment. Manishi and Kohila, Kohila walking up the street. They approach the building. Kohila checks his phone, confirms that this is the location. They enter, and they're upstairs. And Kohila has the line now.
So am I yelling because she's like falling behind or
No, you're not yelling. You're talking.
what? Nangi, get over here, right?
No, here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, when we get in, let me handle the situation. Let me handle the talking.
Why don't we both handle the talk?
Anyway, then they're gonna go, and then the door is open. Actually, so then he puts his fingers to his lips, and then they go in carefully, and then he pulls out guns, and then Koila tells Manshi go to the living room, and then he goes to the corridor, and he goes into the bathroom, and then either the shower curtain's already pulled back, or he opens the shower curtain, and then there's the guy's body in the tub. Okay?
Nangi, get over here.
Manshi rushes in and yells too.
We're too late. Whoever's behind this really doesn't want us to get any information.
How could I let this happen? If only I was faster.
Why are you so mad at yourself? It's all of our fault, not just yours.
Shut up.
Suddenly, the body in the tub starts moving.
That wasn't scripted.
Suddenly, the body in the tub starts moving. The two cops yell and point their guns at the person.
We didn't point the guns.
Yeah, why would we
We didn't point the guns.
What,
We
like,
would go to
is
check
it
if it's
zombie?
okay.
You're scared.
We wouldn't point guns.
You're scared.
As cops, we would go to
I think we just
make sure
yell.
that
You
I
think
don't
he's dead, and then there's a guy moving. Would you not be
Wait,
scared if you
who's-
thought he was
who's
dead?
at-
no, we go
I think
as a
we
cop.
jump.
I would
But
go
he
make sure
doesn't
it's
look.
okay.
He doesn't look like. Okay, that's not. I'm sorry. In this specific scene, that's not the cop you are. You're scared because.
But
he's-
that's not my idea.
Okay, just bear with it for this scene,
You
please.
know who I
Kieran,
am?
stop. Devon, Kieran's trying to say that you're fearing an ambush, but Kieran, I think it might be funnier
And Harren's
if,
saying nobody cares what you
if
think.
Devon like jumps behind you or something.
Yeah. Okay.
like that instead.
Regardless, they're
Okay, fine,
scared,
fine.
and they point their
I
guns
can-
at the guy.
Like for a second, I could like get really scared and hide behind Nangi.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so
You
I'm
make
just
it, like-
Nangi now.
Yeah, now you're just
Nangi. I don't have a name.
Can we change her name in the movie?
Justin, her name is
Manish.
Monday.
I have like
Slash
that's
Nangi.
Nangi.
Okay, wait.
Manish, cut it.
no, but I think
Okay, anyway, the man rises and is angry. So this is page 43, so this is your line.
What the hell is this? Can a man take an ice bath without getting arrested? Wait.
Yeah, that's the line.
Dead.
That's your line.
okay. But we thought you were dead.
No, I was sleeping.
Oh, are you Maurice Julianathan, director of a certain security facility?
And what if I am?
So Manishi lowers her gun. Koila doesn't, but looks at Manishi. As he does this, Maurice gets out and approaches. So he's like, should I ask if he's sure he's not a zombie? And then Maurice, hopefully Christy has a slipper, and he starts beating the hell out of Devon, ideally while yelling in Sinhala. He's like, okay.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna be very proud to capture that on my camera.
And then like close up of tea being poured into a cup, and the camera backs away, and it shows like Devon is sitting here and Christy's sitting here, and they're both like looking angrily at each other. Moe's in the middle, she's the one pouring the tea. Devon, you have a line.
So now we're all calm and
Yeah,
controlled
yeah, yeah.
at this point.
But you're still you and Christy are still kind of at odds with each other.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You put an ice bath and fell asleep?
Why is that so hard to believe? I should be on a plane to Iceland right now. I have a whole tour of Nordic spas planned out.
Thank you.
But that stupid agency had to cancel everything at the last moment.
And then Manishi gently hands him his tea. And do you have another line?
Wait. Now at what point did Manishi get tea?
She's been pouring it from the beginning.
From where?
I
Whose
said-
house?
Christy's house.
So
They're
who orders
sealed, they
her?
can always
It's all off
make
screen.
tea.
She's just pouring tea.
Yeah.
It cuts to her making tea. It's
Why
not
though?
important who's.
Why is she always... Okay.
What do you mean always? I was the one who made tea the first time.
Yeah, but you're Kanish. See, Nangi, we need to treat her better.
Okay, anyway.
To console myself, I said one up here, but I was so tired and angry that I fell asleep.
Sorry to hear about all that. Sounds terrible.
Manishi sits down.
That is, this facility means his security facility.
The one that he's the director of. And the one that Darangan.
I would have said, okay. Mr. Julian, my partner and I need to know where your facility is. And if possible, we need access to the Ekanayaka unit. Taranga seems to be up to no good. Wait, does Julian know about Taranga?
Yes.
How?
Because he's a client. He doesn't need to know that Taranga's necessarily a bad guy, but he knows who Taranga
But
is.
I don't introduce anything about the Taranga family to him.
Yeah, you do. We need access to the Ekanayaka unit.
Okay.
You already said that.
Okay.
The sister, luckily, has been suffering from threats and stalkers. The culprits are demanding access, and we can only assume they're talking about this unit.
Okay, wait, Dushan, can I say this line?
Yeah.
This one? Okay, because this is one of the key lines. So then Murray scoffs. You think Taranga is behind this? It doesn't make any sense for him to be after a key he already has. And those threats don't make any sense either. Yes, Lakshmi is authorized to open the unit, but she doesn't even have a key. Nor does she know where the facility is.
How do you know that?
It's oh my god, he's acting. Taranga told me. He said it was to maximize security. And I'm sorry, policy states that I can't share keys with non-renters, not even cops.
None of this makes.
None of this makes any sense at all.
That's Georgia.
That's Mohi's line.
Not Georgia, actually.
Okay, now I have to monologue. I have to narrate a bit. Koila gets up abruptly with his tea and walks away. He arrives at the bathroom and stares out the window and into the mirror and finally arrives at the bathtub. He is thinking. Suddenly he gasps and he drops his teacup, which falls in slow motion. I need to make sure that my phone can actually capture it looking properly. Okay, and then there are going to be some flashbacks, okay, to clips, to lines he's heard in the past. Again, Kishan, you tell me if this is too cheesy. Anyway, so in order, it's like, Moe's line is, isn't it odd that Lakshmi hasn't been harmed yet? These incidents have been happening for quite a while, haven't they? Number 2 is Devon, is a conversation. Moe says, and they even own the Sosakotia diamond. And then he says, that thing must have cost 4 times what the Ekanaik has made this year. Then Keenan says, he asked me ways to quadruple his income. And then Maury says, you think Taranga is behind this? It doesn't make any sense for him to be after a key. After a key he already has. The teacup falls into the tub. And then Koila is awestruck.
Like, okay.
You're like,
I said I
you
just
had
got
an
an
epiphany.
idea.
Yeah.
Exactly. No.
You're like, exactly.
Huh?
You're like, exactly.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Maurice runs in. Dushan, you can read this line. Maurice runs in after hearing the sound of the fallen cup. And then we need, we need a name, like a Sri Lankan slang term like Machan that's not Machan.
But angrily.
Yeah.
It will always be oi. Oi!
Yeah, just oi.
That was expensive tea.
Can you just say oi bugger?
Oi bugger.
Yeah.
Oi bugger. Okay, so Dushan, just say oi bugger, that was expensive tea. Just say that.
Oi, bugger. That was expensive tea.
Show some respect.
Okay.
Forget about that for now. Can I do this, like, forget about that for now?
Yeah.
Christy's
I
perfect.
need the location.
Yeah.
So funny.
I would say you don't need to grab him. He's not that hostile, so I think you don't need
Okay,
to.
I'll just go close.
Yeah, you go close.
I need the location.
Wait, why is he also, I'll send you the location. Why is he also send you the location?
Because I don't want to have to write, people having to write it down. We're just going to trust that it happens all off screen. I think that's fine.
I need the
And it's
ID.
way more realistic that it'd be texted or
Yeah.
sent.
I know, it's funny. I love the idea.
Addy?
Anyway, I need the location of this facility. I don't need access to the unit itself. I just need to be outside it. Can you help me out? That's what Devon says. And then Maurice says.
I'll send you the location.
Thanks. Okay,
And
Nangi,
he runs out the door, and as he's running.
Nangi, we have to go.
Okay,
I
now.
can actually do that.
No.
There should be a back and forth. When they leave, like, we have to go now.
It can sort of be like, the camera moves at me and then just points.
Yeah.
No,
Go
no.
the other way.
Like, we have to go now. And then she should like pull out her gun and go. And he's like, okay.
No. Okay. Now the deduction. Back at the office. The pair arrive back at the police station. This is like, we're close-ish to the end. The pair arrive back at the police station, run in, and yell and recoil in shock. Kanishk is passed out on the floor.
Okay. No, it says Kanisk. I'm so sure.
It doesn't. It says
Why are you the-
Kanish.
Yeah, it's
This
just
nest. This SH.
Kanish.
Why are you
Oh,
the only
okay.
Oh, later.
Okay.
Why are you the only one at the office?
We don't have we don't have much personnel. It's
Who's the
Christmas
other guy?
also.
In this, who am I referring to when I say the other guy?
Christy. Maurice.
But he wouldn't know, right?
No, I'm not listening. I'm passed
Okay,
out.
okay.
You're just yelling in emotion.
Kanish, are you really dead? Are you fake dead like the other guy who was asleep in ice? Kanish!
Anyway, then he checked my pulse.
It's alive.
It's
It's
a
alive. It's alive.
He's alive!
Okay,
Oh my
meanwhile,
goodness.
yeah, by the way, the bubble tea cup is conveniently still standing. Luckily, it didn't spill on the floor. It's near my hand. Meanwhile, Manshi has discreetly dropped the bubble tea in the garbage.
So why are you getting poisoned?
It's
So
because
I tried to
two
poison
reasons.
Devon,
I said
right?
there are 2 reasons. Number 1 is to show that Mogi tried to poison Devon, but instead somebody else got poisoned. Okay? And it's just Mohi being super annoyed at Devon. Okay?
But you tried to poison him because she's annoyed at him?
Yeah, like not poison, just like
When
take him out for a
When I
bit.
suggested this, I didn't know it was this harmful of poison.
No, but the
I thought
second
you were
reason
gonna
is
go
It's
get-
not
No,
a
poison.
poison.
You just gave him some. Yeah, okay.
The
That's my
sec-
Pablo.
the
How could you do
second
that?
When I
reason,
suggested this, I thought I was just gonna make him really sick.
the second reason,
Okay, that's what you should say.
the
You're making him sick.
no, but the second
Yes,
reason is to
yes.
take me out of the movie for a bit so I can help with
So
filming.
you
and
were
stuff.
sick.
Yeah, but I'm passed out though. Maybe it was a bad reaction. Okay. Anyway, Manchi discreetly drops the bubble tea in the garbage.
Nope.
Yeah.
So now I'm
Help
looking
me
at
to do it
Nangi,
We
right?
can
Yeah,
check
sure.
some chemists.
Yeah.
What on earth do you think happened here?
Couldn't have been me, but forget about him now. For now, from what you said, we don't have much time.
You know, like it says, example, 2 Virgos. Forget about him for now.
Sorry, I was just confused by
No,
the.
I'm talking to Kieran.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I was
That's it.
I was confused by the.
Forget him for now, and then the
contivity.
rest of the line. From what you said, we don't have much time. That's all you have to write. All she has to say.
Not the couldn't have been me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't. She wouldn't just say that.
Okay. Just forget about him for now. Just forget about him. Yeah. Forget about him. From what you said, we don't have much time. They haul Kanesh into a chair far away and turn it towards the wall again so that I don't need to be in frame.
The whole thing with Kohila runs over like in Moses too.
Oh, it's just like that was the description I had in my head that he runs in similar. To anyway, now there's a scene where Kohila is monologuing his deduction, and then there are lots of close-ups with the items on the board and drawing lines. First, he starts with the yarn, and he can't handle it, and he throws it at Manushi.
Wait, who is Kohila?
That's Devon. Okay, Devon, now you're monologuing, and emphasize all the bolded words. Every time there's a bolded word, it's like showing that thing on the board.
Initially, all we knew was that Lakshmi was being threatened and stopped.
Okay, pause. In the actual thing, he'll be going much faster.
Yeah.
And I'll try to cut it down too. But anyway.
Initially, all we knew was that Lakshmi was being threatened and stopped, and that the threateners wanted access, but we didn't know what it meant at the time. And it was common knowledge that the Ekanayakas owned the Sosa Korea. What?
Sosa cookie?
No,
I was brought in simply because the higher-ups wanted to use this as an excuse to. It's too wordy though.
Yeah, so I'll try to cut it down. Okay, I'll just read it quickly. I'll cut it down later. Okay, anyway. I was brought in simply because the higher-ups wanted to use this as an excuse to investigate Taranga, even though it didn't make any sense for him to be involved. Then we learned of the security unit from this guy, points at Keenan, which is what the access must have been referring to, and that Taranga has been looking into illicitly multiplying his wealth. Robbie sent us to Maurice Julianathan, who confirmed that though Lakshmi has authorization, she doesn't even have access, and she doesn't even know where the unit is. None of this made any sense at all. Then it hit me. What if it wasn't supposed to make any sense in the first place? And that's like a fourth wall kind of line saying that this whole story is kind of convoluted. Anyway, what if it wasn't made to make any sense in the first place? And then it all came together. Tharanga, eager to enlarge his already bloated ego, fortune, the greedy capitalist narcissistic pig that he is, and his people had his people stalk and threaten Lakshmi, demanding access. Oh shoot! All good. I'll just move this. Yeah. Have you got a cloth? I'll throw this.
You guys put my weakness right in front of me, which is pistachios.
I knew it. I remembered from last year, or even 2 years ago.
They're my weakness.
We had it was 2 years ago. We had
Oh, sorry, Karen. I was just.
jar of the Ix nuts,
Oh,
and you were
yeah.
like fishing out all the pistachios.
I didn't do it on purpose. My body just does it. It's like,
No, it wasn't a bad thing. It was a good thing. But this time it's just pistachios, so you're all
I'm
good.
just like.
Yeah, last two paragraphs of this crazy
Okay,
thing.
go.
Tharanga, eager and enlarge his already bloated ego, fortune, the greedy capitalist narcissistic pig that he is, had his people stalk and threaten Lakshmi, demanding access to a location she didn't know.
Why?
No, and then you're like, why? You're like, what? You're eager to know.
Why?
Because it allows him to go and pilfer from his own hoard, blame the thefts on the stalkers who were threatening Lakshmi, claim the insurance payouts, and then maybe even resell the items. I can't imagine how much that diamond would go for on the black market. Manushi cottons on, impressed.
Maurice was supposed to be starting his vacation today. Maybe Tharanga has been waiting for him to be gone before enacting his plan.
Exactly. Oh yeah, sorry, exactly. Keep going. I'm not gonna read anymore.
I'll be honest, Agent Ferrer, I'm impressed.
Thanks, Angi.
Thanks, Angie.
Thanks, Angie.
But save it for after we caught Taranga red-handed. Let's go.
Okay, I don't understand why his chair rotates, Karen.
That's again the supernatural forces for comedic purposes. They run to the door before starting to look at Kanesh, whose hair conveniently rotates to show that he's still there.
You know, we should probably call an ambulance.
Yeah.
They leave.
Poor Kanesh.
They leave.
He's like Habro, you know.
They leave as the music builds up, and this music is the They See Me Rolling, and then it plays that part.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, now finally we're at the U-Haul. Okay.
Yeah.
The elevator
I like
opens.
that you learned that he's
Okay,
like
right,
the
you
villain, actually, and then you play that scene.
Oh yeah. Elevator opens and the
I
cop.
agree. Yeah, that's good timing. Yeah.
You learned that who's the villain actually?
That Tharanga is like behind everything, and
Or
then
they
you play that
deduce- they
clip of
deduce
him
that
like
Tharanga
being
is behind
really
everything.
cool and riding on the bike.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
so
he's not
the
actually
U-Haul
behind
thing.
No, he's not. He's behind nothing at all. But
Yeah.
like the
Oh,
characters
wait,
deduce.
It's one of the
it's
13
one of the-
plus twists movie.
They deduce
I've got
that
lost
like
somewhere along
it's
the
like
way.
it's basically like they're like pointing to the audience. Wow, the writer really concocted this crazy story. This is the bad guy, and then it's flipped on its head where like it wasn't crazy at all. And
Sorry,
then
I
they're
thought
just
Karen had something
Yeah.
to do with it, but
It's
then obviously you
misunderstood.
and
Yeah,
Baker
yeah.
were still playing.
Anyway, the elevator opens and the cops exit.
This, Pistachio.
Wait, so this is what we're filming on Sunday.
Yes.
You
This is
got
the first thing. What we're now we're at.
And there's
Where's it? Is
The
it
U-Haul.
open?
Yeah. Now we're
You can do
at
anything like
what we're filming first on
Jackie
Sunday.
Chan type of-
No, I wish.
What we're filming on Sunday is now what we're reading now. This is the last part that we've written is the U-Haul.
Oh, yeah, I heard.
Elevator opens and the cops
Who
exit.
needs to do Sesmito's line?
You can. Or
No,
I-
you do. You do. I'll do
What
Sesame.
does-
Oh, you do. You do Sesame. I just
Oh,
trying to
actually,
do
my inner assessment of that
Yeah.
is very hard, but
Okay. So film stealthily suspenseful shots of them moving through the corridors. We'll figure it out there.
yeah.
Eventually, film from behind them, and they peek past the wall, and then they quickly retreat, revealing that Tharanga, Xavier, and Ronan are already in the distance. Okay. Now we're filming the bad guys. Tharanga, Harn, you need your lines because you have a lot of lines. Tharanga, he's extremely on edge, sets down the Porsche Ella briefcase and opens it, revealing a lockbox inside. He opens it and procures a key and uses it. Not one of them. He uses it to open the lock of the unit. Then they all stand back, doing nothing. Then Tharanga rudely gestures for Ronan to open the door. Ronan, open the door. Open the damn door. That's Harn's line.
Oh, yeah. Go.
Ronan opens the door, revealing the interior. Xavier and Ronan look unimpressed. They all walk inside, and then film kind of.
Yeah,
Do you guys
U-Haul Stadium.
smell that? Smells like rats. Have to talk to
smell
Maurice about this.
Well, I guess this art looks famous. But what's with all this junk?
Hey, take that back.
You mad at trying to put
These are the tools my parents used to mine
And you try to pull this
process
out.
their jewels.
You don't know.
Okay, wait, let's go from. Do you smell? Do you guys smell that? And Harn, you read it.
Ronan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Davey,
Do you
don't
guys smell
smell
that? It smells like rats. Have to talk to Maurice about this.
I guess this art looks famous. But what's with all this junk?
Hey, take that back. These are the tools my parents used to mine and process their jewels. I think Keyshawn's accent was better.
No.
Ronan, no, Harn, yours.
No, I know.
Oh, you can try doing that
You're
accent.
really good.
Ronan puts up his hands to calm Tharanga down. As Tharanga finishes looking around the room, Ronan and Xavier exchange a look.
Doesn't look like anything has been touched. Does that mean you guys were lying to me?
And then you have an
Dude.
Xavier line.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Xavier, oh.
It starts with
boss.
bot. Yeah.
I was telling you, the director himself was the one who called to report the break-in.
Italian.
Italian mobster.
You got the question I can answer the phone for you!
And then Keyshawn.
Did you check everywhere? What if they took something that you would have noticed was missing at a glance?
Oh my
Damn
God.
it, you're right. I have to check everything.
Xavier and Ronan exchange a look again as Tharanga rummages around. Tharanga, who has his back to the other two, pulls out a wooden box and uses another key to unlock it. Inside is another locked box, and inside that is the last walkless box.
There should be one of those Russian dolls where it just keeps opening and he's like.
Xavier and Ronan are watching this all very intently. Tharanga stands up and opens the last box, revealing the Sosa Kotia diamond. Tharanga relaxes and looks relieved, but then a gun-cocking sound is heard, and his expression hardens. He slowly turns around while slowly putting his hands up, and it's revealed that Xavier, he and Ronan are both smiling.
So Xavier is
Suspect. Has pulled a gun
I
on
can't
him.
believe you fell for all of that.
Wait, no, not yet.
You know what I
Wait,
mean?
not yet. They kind of stare at each other. Okay, this part we may have to cut because we cannot break this diamond because then the whole movie is over.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This involves putting the diamond like through some danger. But anyway, my idea is to have like cushions at the bottom to catch it in case something goes wrong. Anyway,
Yeah.
Tharanga drops the diamond. Xavier, it's just some action. Xavier lunges for it, and then Tharanga kicks him away and then he catches the diamond right before. Like we'll have to film it in parts, obviously.
Yeah,
Then he
we
gets
film
up
it
to
in
face Ronan, but Ronan also pulls out his gun on him.
Yeah, just tons of
Yeah.
cuts scared.
Okay.
That's how we would film.
Okay,
Lots of cuts so you don't have to.
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Originally, always you gotta have people just under.
Yeah, the
underneath.
diamond can have a couple of shots just so the diamond doesn't get. Yeah.
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 Xavier gets up, dusts himself off, puts his gun on Tharanga again, walks up close, and takes the diamond from him, and pockets it. Xavier has a line. I can't believe
I
it.
wanted to do that for a long time.
A long time.
No, I can't believe you fell for it.
Oh wait, I already said that.
No, you said it
Okay,
earlier.
I can't believe you fell for that. Your brain just wouldn't allow you to entertain the possibility that you could have been lying.
Oh, that we could have been
I
lying.
even took
Sorry.
a gamble by mentioning the director. You idiot! He's on vacation in Iceland.
Then he takes his toothpick and quote unquote stabs it in Tharanga's arm. But like my plan is like he'll
That's
show
savage.
like he'll have it like this, and then the next scene he'll just not have it. And he'll just like go fist like
It's
that.
actually perfect for assessment of this character because he has a toothpick like
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
the whole movie.
And then-
up to that point.
And then Tharanga yells in pain. Xavier. No, ooh. No, yeah, sorry. Taranga yells in pain and then.
Wait, Harn's supposed to yell.
Nice yell, Harry.
And then Deshaun, you say me too.
No. Then you say, ooh, I want to do that.
Ooh, I
What?
want to do that for a long time.
And then Ronan slaps Taranga. And then you say,
Me too.
And I'm playing around. We got what we came for. Take the love and let's go.
they duct tape his hands together and tie him to the column.
You know what? The wrong guy. I don't know. Just butchering it. You know what?
It's 53.
We tried to give you the benefit of the doubt
Okay,
of making this plan. We thought we'd give you one more chance and ask you for a raise. We would have stayed loyal,
But we all know how that went.
and that sealed your fate.
You guys are gonna pay for this.
No, Drunga, it is you who is going to pay. Unfortunately for you, this pay will be coming
Each time
out
it's a
of
different
your
accent.
account.
I'd argue that that's a good thing.
It means you're gonna pay with your life.
We're gonna lock you in here among all your beloved possessions, just like a pharaoh. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That's
You
good.
have more lines.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, keep going. Next page.
Roll your accents.
I know, it can't be sus with that. That's what God, like, I can never be hit. With the directors away, your only hopeful reason will be one of your neighbors. But I don't see how anybody in their right minds will come here over Christmas.
What if I yell and set off the sound detectors?
Oh, good luck with that. We disabled them.
Nice. Okay, Xavier and Ronan back away.
Goodbye, Thurunga. You were a terrible boss.
Could you, just as
And
his
everybody's
ending
gonna be-
line, could you have something along the lines, I told you I had it in me.
Okay, wait.
Yeah. Good luck with that if we disabled them. I told you I had it in me. That's great.
Okay, nice. Okay, anyway, good luck with that. We disabled them. I told you I didn't need. And goodbye, Taranga. You were a terrible boss. And then Ronan.
And everyone's gonna be happy that you're finally out of their lives.
Xavier and Ronan.
Disgruntled employees.
Xavier and Ronan turn away, take a step out, and immediately find guns in their faces from the two cops.
Nice.
Okay, Manushi is zip tying Xavier and Ronan's hands together and bagging their guns, while Koila is inspecting the diamond
Wait,
as
who's
well.
playing two cops?
Devon and Mohi.
Oh,
While-
we are the cops.
Yeah. While
Same character.
Koila is inspecting the diamond as well as everything else that is around. Dalinger looks extremely mad.
We meet again, Mr. Ekanaika.
Wait, again.
Yeah, I mean, you probably met in Sri Lanka.
Oh, dude. Agent Pereira.
That's an iconic.
but Hart is still tied up, right?
I
Yeah.
have some questions to ask you, but you seemed a little tied up at the moment.
Why
Why
does he
are you
laugh and
talking
run
to
away?
me?
Where's he running?
Just away from Harin.
Wait,
I
Taranga?
don't know.
What?
No,
What?
it's like a
That doesn't make sense!
It bloody does.
He can walk. He can walk away, but why is
No.
he running away?
No, what I was thinking is like he's like
What on earth were you
he's like
doing?
He's pretending to
he's like I have many questions to ask you, but you seem a little tied up at the moment.
But that's not my character, right?
I'll just erase it. I'll just erase
No,
it.
keep
No,
it, keep
not,
it,
no.
keep
The
it,
joke,
keep
the joke stays, but the running away thing I'm erasing.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Erase the running away part.
This Darga explodes.
What if I say the joke?
Karen. You should be like.
What if I say the joke and look at Nangi like approvingly?
What?
Not like an approving look.
Nah, I think it's fine. Just be like
And
you.
what? You should roll her eyes.
Go like
Okay.
giggles. Anyway,
Wait, he can say what's the line?
I have some
I-
questions to ask you, but you seem a little
Yeah,
tired.
Devon sometimes will make a joke and then do his like thing.
Yours?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
that's fine. The
No, they
is
did.
good. That, no, is
You're
good.
the editor.
Anyway, now Manashi is mine. Okay, almost done. We have like 5 pages left, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Page 55.
I don't know what he said.
Page 55.
Take care of
Looks like we were
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Bag.
Yeah, it looks like we were. Looks like we
No,
were
it looks
wrong.
like we were wrong. It was these two who were behind everything.
I'm afraid so, Nangi. I'm afraid so.
Nah.
I always say Nangi though.
Fine.
You
I'm
may
erasing.
take it
Okay,
out.
that's fine.
I took it out.
I'm afraid so, man.
Said you two were stalking and threatening.
If you're lying.
Oh, you two were the people who were threatening and stalking Lakshmini.
Xavier and Ronan look at each other awkwardly.
Why would we want Why would we do any of that? Lenny has always been nice to us.
She's the best. I like this piece of shit.
Oh my god. Interesting. But it doesn't matter. We caught these two. Who am I talking to?
To me.
You're
or-
talking to the room.
Yeah, the room. Like you're talking about Xavier and Ronan.
No, am I talking to Ronan at this point?
No, you're trying to do the room.
Everyone.
You're trying to do the room.
Like Kishan said,
Okay,
you're trying to do the room.
interesting. But it doesn't matter. We caught these two red-handed anyway. And it's only a matter of time before we get the dirt on Taranga.
I'm not saying anything without a lawyer. Well, is that fine or should be something?
I think it's fine. Well,
It's just, I'm not saying anything.
Without
Just say it,
my
no, no.
lawyer.
I'm not saying anything
Just
without
say it.
my Sri Lankan cousin who's a lawyer.
just
Yeah,
say
yeah. Or just my lawyer.
My lawyer.
Or
Who's my
lawyers.
cousin?
Yeah,
Lawyers.
nice. That's good. That's good.
Say
My
my
lawyer,
lawyers.
who's also my cousin.
Yeah.
My lawyers.
No, my lawyers who are all my cousins.
No, my lawyers. They're also my cousins.
I'm not saying anything without my lawyers.
Or my cousin lawyer.
They're also
My cousin lawyers, yeah.
So my
I
cousin,
meant cousin doctor.
my cousin lawyers.
Same
Wait.
for the interrogation.
They kind of congregate near the door facing Taranga. Cops are close to the door. Taranga says, now Taranga's getting mad. You let the police follow you, and now we're all in hot water.
I don't think we.
There's absolutely no way, literally no Should we do that or just absolutely
Yeah,
no way?
that's fine. That's good.
Okay, absolutely
You
no
wanna
way.
Make it natural.
Literally no way that you guys, that you
you
buffoons
buffoons
came up with this plan on your own. And then off screen.
Exactly.
Robbie.
Everyone turns around to find Robbie with 2 guns pointed at the cops.
Wait. It's a table read.
Yeah, it's table read.
This is yours?
Yes. Dallin is
Oh,
Robbie.
new characters.
Okay,
Like,
then-
I never thought you guys
What
would
do you
come
think?
with such an uncreative name as Robbie. This can't
No,
be your
the
own
point
material.
is saying Robbie in a Sri Lankan accent.
Robbie.
Now, do you think it's feasible to have like many people say his name at the same time? Like it's fine, right? They're like Koile is like Rob. He's like shocked. Robbie? Xavier and Ronan are happy. Robbie.
You
And-
can even go to the parent
Robbie?
direction.
Because I bet it was the name of their dog.
You go to the parent direction
Who's
where
dog?
people, it's like Robbie,
You know how-
and then person
you
who
know
wasn't
they
in the
name
scene
their
before,
dogs
just who is
Jennifer.
magically now in the scene, Robbie,
Well, Moe doesn't know who he is, so that could work. She could be like
Robbie.
like Robbie,
Yeah, exactly. Robbie.
or all in.
Nice, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Robbie? Wait, sorry. Robbie? Robbie?
Robbie?
Robbie?
Robbie?
Robbie?
Robin.
Okay, so I'll just say it's in sequence, and Manushi's just confused.
Yeah.
Okay, can I read Robbie's lines, or do you want to
Yeah,
read it?
Yeah, read it.
Okay. Hello, Agent Pereira. Please enlighten me as to why the hell are you here, or as to why the hell you're here.
What? You're the one who helped us find this place. You sent us to Maurice Julian's. He told us.
Maurice? Maurice was supposed to be halfway to Iceland at this time. That's not an exclamation mark. At this time. His vacation. Oh, then Manushi says his vacation got cancelled, so he was home. Robbie kicks something in the unit. God damn it! I was hoping to lead you to a dead end. And with him on vacation, this heist was supposed to have been flawless. But no matter, the plan is still salvageable. You two. He gestures to the cops. Let go of my friends. And then the cop, like obviously he has the guns on them, so the cops obey him. The cops let go of Xavier and Ronan. Manushi cuts them free. They forcibly take the cops' guns from them. Xavier, grab your guns from the bag. Xavier grabs the bag. Actually, we'll keep these ones. They're much nicer. The joke there is that the guns are all the exact same.
Oh,
So again,
okay.
it's like kind of just like if people notice. Anyway.
Okay. I like that.
Okay. Sorry, I took your line, Xavier. Anyway, Robbie, whatever. Now tie them up. As Xavier and Ronan secure the cops, the method is to be determined. Robbie walks up to Taranga.
I think I see what's going on here. You're the one they asked me to hire. Oh, sorry. You're the one they asked me to hire. Wait. Sorry. I think I see what's going on here. You're the one they asked me to hire? And you're the backup that was supposed to meet us here?
Does he say it in a questioning way?
Yeah, there should be a question mark there. I didn't put.
Okay.
Exactly, but I wasn't your backup. I was theirs. Now Robbie starts monologuing.
Oh, Robin Long too.
You see, Taranga, all you've ever cared about was money and the power that it gave you. But you always seem to forget something else. Something more, again, maybe this needs to be changed, but something more powerful. The power of people. See what we did? We channeled our collective pain and hatred and took you down.
I see you aren't over the fact that I fired you.
Robbie slaps Taranga too. Boys, let's get out of here. They start to walk out before stopping. And then this may be hard to film, but have Robbie start laughing. The other two join in, and they turn and walk towards the cops. Kohila starts laughing too.
Why?
Then just trying to, like, you think that maybe it's all okay. You're just like you're trying to match the mood. Then Robbie
Like
puts,
a nervous laugh.
I guess, and then Robbie puts a gun in his face and stops laughing abruptly. I almost forgot. Where's the diamond?
I see. The diamond? What diamond?
Robbie then points the gun at Manshi. Cut the SHID. Give me the diamond or she dies.
Go.
Is that your line?
What is it?
Is that actually your line?
Not mine. It's Don's line.
Fine. I hit it on that.
It's
shot.
that Don's asked for the diamond.
Wait, so guys,
58.
you could have that line. You could be like, go ahead. And then the bounty's like, fine. Like, you can do both, you know? Like,
Okay.
First he says, go ahead.
So then he like cocks the gun
Oh,
first.
sorry, wait. I thought
Are you
he
okay,
said,
Keisha?
I just want contacts are so
Okay.
dry right
Oh,
now.
dry. Okay.
I thought
We're almost
that,
done, we're
I
almost
thought
done.
that you
Yeah.
said, give me the diamond or she dies. Good. I thought that's what you said.
You know that classic scene when like the bad guy takes somebody hostage and says, "I'm gonna shoot her," and then the other guy's like, "Go ahead, shoot her," and he's like, "No, you know what? I'm gonna shoot her. I'm not bluffing." It's like, "Yeah, go ahead, shoot." No, we don't want that. Like Nangi saying. I don't know.
That'd be great. You just keep pushing him, but
Did you want to do that?
Like push the button.
that just makes sense for Don's character, because Don's character holds all the power.
So we're not
So
gonna
he
do
would
that.
just shoot her.
Yeah. Okay. So Kohila's like good. The gun cocks and Manushi looks scared. And then Kohila's like fine. I hit it on that shelf, and we can
Okay.
find a better hiding spot. I feel like in his pocket it'll be hard to get it out of the
Yeah,
pockets in
yeah.
it. Robbie reaches and grabs the diamond. And then Robbie yells to Taranga, "Pleasure doing business with you, Taranga." They close the door and lock it and leave. And then second to last scene that's written, Manushi. Well, I guess I'll more your
Manushi.
line. Page
Mind
59.
telling me who that new guy was?
His name is Robbie Amaradeva. He used to work as part of Lakmini's crew before Taranga
Tells his head to Taranga.
fired him.
He asked for a bonus. Who gives bonuses to this crew?
No, to
Sorry.
the crew.
Who gives
Emphasis on crew.
Who gives bonuses to the crew?
Silence.
I could have taken them all out. You know, but I let them live, so that they would feel some pity towards me and return the some pity.
Yeah.
Again, this is from your math.
Oh yeah, but I let them live, so that they would feel some pity towards me and return the favor.
Shut the hell up. You had no chance.
Agent Pereira, I must know, how exactly did you end up here? Why are you in Winnipeg in the first place?
Well,
And then cut, and you know that thing where it's like, we'll be right back? Like, nah. Like, I was thinking, because I need Harn to know what's going on, but we can't have a scene where Devon explains everything again. So basically, like, well, and then it's like, something happens, and then cut to Daranga's like, he nods.
I must say, that's a pretty good plan. Too bad I didn't think of it myself. But also, you're absolutely wrong. I wasn't planning any of that stuff.
You weren't?
And then you round on Devon.
I thought you were a genius, but in the end, you were just guessing?
so what tone do you want here?
You idiot!
Well, Moe's like, you idiot!
Sorry.
I
No,
thought
for me.
Nice.
I
Ask
can't
Sean.
read that from here. What is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What does it say? What does it say?
It says,
Oh, the font.
Chaperone and senior. I added
Oh,
the
the
title.
title.
What does it say?
The title cards.
The title.
no, it says, Moe, can you read it to Moe?
Oh.
Cinematography, action, choreography, chaperoning, and senior advising.
Perfect.
Nick Kishan, your game
I advise you in all senior matters.
Yes.
Is that person a senior? Yes.
Anyway, Moe's like, you idiot! I thought you were a genius, but in the end you were just guessing? And then you're like, come on, Nangi, at least we almost took everyone down.
Yeah. Come on, Nangi. Come on, Nangi. At least we almost took everyone down.
Almost doesn't cut it. They got away with the diamond.
Yeah, they did get away with my diamond. You really are an idiot. Why would I endanger my sister, even if it was all a bluff?
Wait. Sister?
Well, I
Luckily,
think
luckily.
she's my biggest moneymaker. Sure, she thinks I've been putting a stranglehold on her creative process, as well as her earnings and royalties. But I'm giving her a whopping 2%. That's double what I gave her until recently. I doubled her pay. I already got rid of a sibling.
Oh my
It's a
God.
lot of work.
He sounds
I'm
like
not
Dennis
doing
from
that
Dice
again.
What, really?
Yeah, he was
Where
so
can I find
stinky.
the other text for the
Email.
email?
Yeah, we had an email thing going. And then if you just
I
scroll
thought
up,
you were saying that I already got
and then Kohila's like, what? And Tanga's like, what?
What?
They brush it. Kohila's like, what? And Tanga's like,
They
what?
don't get it. They don't get it yet.
No.
No, like Koila, he's just so confused. He's like, what? And Taranga just like tries to brush it off. He's like, what? That's
did I
it.
say?
Okay.
So
Then-
other than severe employee negligence, extreme embezzlement, and possibly fratricide, is that right?
Yeah.
Fratricide, you have nothing to do with this?
Exactly. Wait.
He's like, exactly. I did all that. Wait.
Listen, both of you. If we weren't here, they would have taken the diamond and left you for dead. But now that we are here,
Koila rips his arms like out of the duct tape with pure force. We'll have cut it a little bit and lifts his arms free. Then works on cutting his legs free.
once I break out, I'm going to look at Langi for again for another
Sure.
approval.
Oh, I thought you were gonna expect me to rip myself out too.
No. And you can roll your eyes.
Okay, I got it, Karen, I got it.
Okay. And then
They're only a few steps behind.
How did you?
Kohela cuts it free.
My Guru Nanse taught me. Blessed be his name. Listen, Nangi. I'm going to go after them. You stay here and guard Taranga.
You can count on me.
no, it's
Oh, sorry. Wait.
shouldn't I come?
Oh, sorry. I see. Shouldn't I come?
No, I need to leave someone I trust with Taranga. Moreover, aren't you the best interrogator in the city?
Moreover.
What did I say?
Moreover.
Moreover.
Yeah.
Moreover, aren't you the best
I thought that you were calling me
Moreover, aren't you the best interrogator in the city? He just dropped some major shit. Get a
Oh my
confession
God.
out of him. So we can close this. Okay, I think I just get a confession out of him.
You can count on me.
Koila approaches the door.
With the door locked, the only way to open it is to remove the entire latch.
Again, you're like just talking to the room. Okay? And then Manashi says, how?
Oh, sorry. How?
Well, the safe way is to unscrew it completely, but we don't have the time. I'll have to go for the risky day.
And it makes some kind of like karate sound, like, I mean, whatever you do. Okay. And then like actually like punches the door where the like straight punches the door where the lock is, and then I'll be just standing outside and I'll just drop the lock so the lock falls to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like off screen, like it's not, and then he opens the door.
Huh! I'm not as risky. I'm not as rusty as I thought. Thank you, Guru Nanse.
My God.
Koila opens the door and runs out. Okay, that's the U-Haul. That's that U-Haul part. Okay.
That's awesome.
Now this is the beginning, the dialogue in this 2v3 fight. The last like 2 pages that we're doing today. That's all that's there. Okay. Koila,
You still haven't written the last scene.
the last scenes, because there's really not much
This is all
dialogue.
action.
Yeah, it's mostly action and
It's a good feel good end.
yeah, like I can write it tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not.
We're not even filming it on Sunday anyway, so
When are we filming it?
that's what like our other 26th hopefully.
What was it called?
Okay,
Vagabond Day.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Koila exits the car and chases.
Vagabonding.
Koila exits
Vagabonding.
a car and chases after Xavier and Ronan and catches up to them. The pair are out of breath.
That wasn't much of a car chase, boys. Even with that head start, I still caught up
Wait,
with
does
you.
Devon know about this whole scene yet, or is
Yeah, well,
he's-
we
I
didn't
don't
get
know.
a winning task yet, so we had to drive safe.
That's why we decided to keep this off the streets. How did you find us?
There wasn't a single car in
No,
this
there was a single car, or maybe there was only a single car. I don't know.
There was only one car in this
Yeah.
parking lot.
In the parking lot.
In the like
so
the
now
U-Haul.
you're somewhere else. You just
You-
specified that at the U-Haul
yeah.
there was only one car.
There was one car in the facilities parking lot.
There was one
When-
car in the facility.
isn't that
There
when
was
he
one
got
car in the
there,
parking
so-
lot. Is that fine?
No, because you have to specify. So
Okay.
now you're. Or you can say there's one car in the parking lot back
When
in
we
the
got
storage
there.
unit. Like
Yeah.
you have to specify that it was at
Okay,
the
okay.
storage.
There's one car in the facilities parking lot. I thought it'd be what's prudent?
Like
Prudent, like wise, like
Yeah.
safe, good idea.
a good idea, yeah.
Safely.
Okay, I thought it'll be a good idea to put a track on it. Where are your guns?
Where are your guns?
Someone locked them in the car.
I'm sorry.
You always do this.
Koila rolls up his sleeves.
Oh, natural, huh?
Oh,
natural, huh? Just how I like it.
Okay, then the way this fight goes is Koila slaps Xavier down, Ronan goes for the strangle and then throws Koila away. Ronan is super strong, do the classic thing where Koila can't harm Ronan. Koila gets behind Ronan, maybe he can like dive through his legs and then pop up and then put the snow in his jacket.
Yeah.
Ronan goes crazy and Koila kicks him down. Koila versus Xavier, classic stuff with Ronan suffering in the background. Koila beats Xavier and watches Ronan suffering from afar. He's distracted and gets kicked down from behind. It's Robbie with a gun, again in Koila's face. Robbie says, "Good thing you upgraded your CAA membership to Premier Plus, huh, Xavier?" They got the car open just in time, smirks. Koila looks around frantically and looks at the street and sees his Guru Nance nodding at him.
It's like a whole vision. It's a vision. In the clouds?
On the street. And then he's knocked out. And that's it.
The Guru Nance?
No, you.
Oh. It's like I've seen the light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, that's all I've written. That's all I've written.
Devon, it's a vision.
And so now briefly explain what happens.
Okay, so
Wait,
then-
Sorry, can I? So
Yeah.
when he sees his Gurunance,
It's just like
does he say something like
Maybe he's like-
Gurunance? Like,
he's
is
like,
it
Guru-
like
Gurunance.
yeah, okay, good.
Maybe he whispers like.
He should, because
Gurunance.
otherwise it's like who just is random.
But
guy.
Yeah, so it's like maybe it's like he's looking and it's like POV, the camera's just like looking around, and then like you look at the screen, and you see a person standing there. Are you sure you're
Is it
like,
a
you're
vision?
fine, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
yeah.
funny.
I know the
Eyes
con-
gets- as soon as I go outside,
Yeah.
the fresh air will just like make it fine.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so then he's looking around, then you see this figure on the street, and then back to Devon, he's like, Guru Nance. And then you just sees this guy, and you're just like, again, ideally it's gonna be Navin, so that you can be the, and whoever it is, they're just like, and then back to Devon, he's just like, and then he's knocked out. Cut to black. Okay. Now with
Nobody said that this person that is looking at them is the Guru Nance.
no, Devon says
Oh,
he's
is
like,
it? Okay.
would it be funny if we don't acknowledge who it is? Or
No, you should.
you should. Okay.
Because if we don't, we won't be.
Okay.
We'll have to dress them up like.
Otherwise it'll be like random.
Yeah.
What does the Guru Nance look like?
It's gonna. Well, I think.
I'm asking this one.
Oh, okay.
I think this is normal.
It
I mean,
means
if it is
future,
Navin,
but
I'm sure you
what
can
comes
get
to
him
mind
to
is
wear something
Imagine a
wacky.
Brahmin with a robe
Yeah, that's what I was
and a
thinking.
bottle.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
know, but are you
And
really
a
gonna make
handbag.
Navin wear that in the snow outside?
And they go, oh.
Navin would do it. Navin would do it.
That's true.
You need, to, you need to actually like do wardrobe for him though, and like
Yeah.
do it for him. You can't
Well-
expect him to show up on his own and do it, but if you do it for him, he'll
I think Navin would do it. I think he may be able to fit in one of my Batik shirts. We put a sarong on him. I think we can do it. Anyway, so then he's like,
if he does a Brahmin, you know how to wear it.
Okay, no, but I'm sure you could use like if you can get like a solid
Master
color
Roshi.
sarong,
Yeah.
you can use that to drape him.
oh yeah. Anyway, so he's like,
That's
then
true.
he's just like, he's like Guru Nance.
Just for
Knocked
like
out.
literally a couple frames
on
of
the
Navin.
bottom.
Yeah.
Something warm on the bottom.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm gonna talk to him about it
And
tomorrow.
just have it like draped.
I'm
You know
gonna
how, like,
pitch it to him
monks have
tomorrow.
their,
Can we get a fake
toga?
white
Not
beard?
toga.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can get that.
A fake white
I don't think we're gonna get that.
Santa.
I really don't think we're gonna be able to get that.
beard.
Okay. Anyways, what happens
Actually,
next?
so funny. What if his Guru Nance is Santa Claus?
The athlete is good.
So can you just be wearing a
Can't we have
Santa
Navin
hat?
in a post like this? Just
Not
like
on the
this?
But
street.
he's standing.
He's
Not in-
standing.
Okay.
No, have you seen those like fake things?
Wait,
with the person?
we totally should have him be Santa.
That's so funny.
We should go to Value Village and maybe find like a Santa like costume or something. He just needs a hat.
I mean,
And then he put a puttu on him and then he just goes like this.
Yeah. Just inexplicable. Inexplicable why. He has a Santa hat, a puttu, and Santa costume, okay? Anyway,
oh god.
what happens next is
Yeah.
then the three bad guys are bringing Devon tied up back to the U-Haul,
Yeah.
and Dal's going about like, I was treating this too lightly. We had to kill all of them. Okay, so basically they're back.
And this is the big fight scene.
Then I show up,
Yeah.
and then we have whatever fight,
Yeah.
and then us two win.
Yeah.
Then Moe brings Haran out,
Yeah.
and Haran has his mouth duct taped. This is the first time Haran and I see each other. Haran starts freaking out, but everybody ignores him because he recognizes that I'm the brother.
And you don't recognize him.
No, I know who he is, but I'm just like playing it cool.
Oh.
And Haran's freaking out, and everybody ignores him. I'm just like ignore him. He's like useless or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Then Moe takes everybody away, so now it's just me and Devon. Okay, Devon and I have kind of like a moment where we acknowledge each other,
Yeah.
and then Devon's like, "Give me a second to rest for a bit," and then Devon has
So-
the diamond and he's looking at it.
You were last time we saw you were on the floor
Yeah.
unconscious.
Yeah,
How did you recover?
you called an ambulance.
Oh, we did. Yeah.
That's why also I don't have. And then I say, and then the reason when we were fighting, I don't have a gun. He doesn't have a gun. I don't have a gun.
Right.
We somehow managed to disarm Dallin, and he's like, "Why don't you your gun?" And I'm like, "I didn't have it because they didn't let me keep it at the hospital." Okay.
Right.
Anyway, then we fight, blah, blah, blah. We have a moment, and then he has a diamond, and then it's like fades to black, and then you hear the gun cocking sound, and then it's like back, and his eyes are like, and then like show, and then it's me. I have the gun to the back.
Wait, do I die?
No, you don't die.
No.
Or I mean, it's ambiguous,
well,
maybe.
After Mohi shoots you, maybe.
No, but that's like
the
an
next
alternate.
movie just starts
Yeah,
with
no.
the, like a beep. It's like he's
Light
he's
it up.
just like he's almost dead.
No, and then it's like, no, it's like, no, I was gonna,
Back boy.
well, I was gonna say it's like inside of an ambulance, and it's like, we have like a bullet, like a gun victim from a Safeway. We're taking it to the ER. Anyway,
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Then you can say, Agent Benish shot somebody. Yeah, just like-
Anyway, so then gun to the back, and then I'm like, the diamond, if you please, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like, just shot at Devon's face, and then cut to black. So it's ambiguous. Do I shoot him? Does he give me the diamond? Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's this, just a montage of stuff at the office. There's like no dialogue. It's all acting, and then he's monologuing over it. So we'll record that after.
Who's he monologuing?
He's like, do you want me to read it? I have it written.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
That's a backdrop, huh?
Perfect.
Okay, ready? Devon, I'm going to try to read this like you, okay? So he's like, sometimes you get things right, and sometimes you get things wrong.
Duh.
Yeah, there are other times when you get things wrong, but end up where you need to be anyway. Finally, there are times when you get things wrong and end up just short of exactly where you want to be. Or in my case, one priceless diamond short of the biggest success of my career. But I'm alright. I made some friends, and then shows like Mohi. I lost some friends, and then shows Dallin hammering on the glass in the pod, and the other bad guys are like sitting in there.
Yeah.
It would be so funny if they all look really cramped in there.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that's what's most important.
Robindran.
Everyone's out looking for Kanish, or whatever his real name is. I wonder where he is now, and he looks out the window, and it like looks out the window, and then it's a scene of me. Then it shows me, and the car pulls up, and then it's Devika's first real appearance in the movie,
Oh.
and then she and I are behind everything.
So you guys duped your brother.
Yes, we did,
Nice.
and the cops.
So where are you gonna film that scene?
It doesn't matter. We can film it right outside here.
Like, do somewhere exotic, so it looks like it's like
Going
somewhere-
out into the like
Wait, do you know
What?
you have
like
your
going
you
out
call
to
me
a
by
peaceful
my first
ending,
name?
something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
go into the
Separated from
dialogue.
the
I
rest
think
of
it's
the
filmed
movie.
at the airport too. We just film it like you're at the airport.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, because that just feels like it's
Yeah.
Because I am on my way to like leave. The point is
Yeah.
now I have the diamond, so I'm gonna, because obviously people are gonna be looking for me here, so I'm leaving out of the country and I'm gonna use the diamond to set up a new life for myself.
Yeah, I mean, you should shots of
elsewhere.
like Devika walking from the back, so you don't know who it is right away and stuff, and like just make it like all mysterious.
Yeah.
Until the reveal.
Yeah, so
So it's a cop movie, it's a Christmas movie, it's a heist movie.
It's a spiritual.
anyway, that's the movie.
Yeah.
experience movie.
Guru
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Wow, okay,
That's a
but
But then
when
you
you're
have this really
acting in
good
the
death
last
threat.
bit, you
Yeah,
have to
and
like
that- we
really
do that
sell
later.
it like you really
Yeah.
miss him. Because you started out by
Punish.
not liking Kieran.
Yeah, I want
You
to.
really
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
sell
yeah.
that like now you actually really enjoy
We're
his life, you
Tavros.
miss him.
Yeah,
you're
we're
Tavros.
Even though that line is not gonna be in the
How do
movie.
you- How do you wrap up the taro fruit thing?
Oh,
Oh,
Moe
yeah.
just hands him a milk tea.
No,
Moe
wait,
just
wait, no. There should be some dialogue,
Like a dialogue?
where he convinces him finally that fruit
In the
tea
final
is
scene of
Okay,
the
maybe
party.
when Moe's like, I'm leaving, I'm gonna take them back to the office, and then Devon's like, hey, if you stop for fruit tea, get me one too, or something like that. Like, I don't know.
You could do it. So in the earlier part of the movie, where you're trying to get buddy with me, you could say, "Oh, we're car bros," and I just stare at you.
So
And then-
I come up with top bro.
yeah, and at the very end, I could say, "After all, we're car bros."
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's a good callback.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah, it
nice,
is.
nice.
That's nice. That's yeah.
Anyway, so what I have to do is I need to figure out to write in another siblings mention that fits,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then make
Yeah.
the thing about the safe way and the risky way. I need 2 of those. I already have 1,
Yeah.
and then make that. If we're making the thing about like
I think with the mystery thing at the end, or the thing at the end, it should always, no matter what you do, you should have a result in Moe's character shooting
Devon.
Devon. Because that way you can open the second movie with him clinically being dead because he got shot. And getting resuscitated to life.
I thought it should hit like the leg or something.
No, it calls back.
No, but you can shoot him like almost lethally. Like
Yes,
he's
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
No, but it even calls back to the monism where it ends with Mohi being dead and Devon is right beside you.
the
So it's
vision-
a continuous thing.
So the vision I had for the beginning of the next part is like
Yeah.
camera facing up in a hospital room, blurred, like eyes closing and opening.
like drive like here.
Right here,
So
yeah.
like up, but eyes closed. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
first it shows a hospital room. Eyes closed. I'm just lying there, and it's the flat line.
Yeah.
And then you could hear in the distance a nurse complaining about how they don't like taro or something. And they suddenly and then we see like the blood pressure starting to rise.
We have it.
You could do. He could be in a coma too.
Yeah.
You can have something he's been like. You can open
How
it
do
up.
you redeem my character after this? I put the hero in a coma.
No, you
for showing me Safeway.
We could have her be like you just don't care, and people accept that that's your methods, and then he shouldn't have done that. Like it's his fault. Like he shouldn't have done that.
So
He takes full
what we'll film is
responsibility.
we'll just have to have
It's
some
like,
kind
we
of.
told you not to bug her like that.
We'll just have Devon to have some kind of like we'll film
I
this
guess
at the
it was
office
building up
on
over the whole
Sunday. Like
movie.
one of the last things we'll film at the office on Sunday is Darren
Yeah.
Devon is just like
You have to
packing
ask
up
him
his
after
stuff,
all of this.
Yeah.
which
Don't
is just
just
putting his
make-
different container in his bag or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Moe comes and she's just like, we always do the risky way. What's the safe way?
Oh, no, I've
Like,
already saved
and then
this.
Devon thing, and then we'll do that. And then one day,
Oh, you want
if we're
to
out
put
late
on
and we're near a Safeway, we'll just stop and just don't be like, he'll just be like, and then that's it.
Oh yeah, we'll do a really quick
just
shot.
really
Yeah,
quick,
yeah.
And you're lucky.
Exactly.
Are you changing our contact names?
Yeah.
No, don't.
That's,
That's
gonna
too
make
much.
this.
That's gonna be
Alright,
so confusing.
that was a table
I
read.
don't want your contact.
Every time I've done that before on my phone, it became very like confusing for future.
I changed. After you changed, remember you? Okay, that took pretty much exactly 2 hours. I thought it was gonna take an hour and a half, so I'd say not bad. After you told us that story about Dallin, you thought his name was Dalton. I changed my contact name from him to Dalton, and that confused the hell out of me.
Yeah, and then when you look him up, you're like, wait, where is he?
Yeah, like I'm like DALL and nothing's showing up. Oh, okay, wait, quick. Last thing. Okay, in this list of ideas that have been written, some of them I'm not planning on writing in, but I just wanted to write you the honorable mentions. Your idea was that Devon he's convinced that McDonald's has rice and papadum, and then we take him to McDonald's and he walks out. He's like, I can't believe they didn't have it.
No, in Sri Lanka they have a Mac rice.
I know that,
We
but they
know,
don't have
but
it
they
here.
don't have it here.
I can't
Anyway,
believe
there's no
Milk
time for
Rice?
that.
What
There's
is the
no
world coming to?
there's no time for that in this movie, so it's not
Yeah.
happening. Okay.
What does the McRice even have on it?
Rice, soy sauce, and then like
Soy
fried
sauce?
chicken.
Oh,
Soy sauce?
interesting.
Like you
That's
get
not
rice.
what I
Maggi
pictured.
sauce.
Could be a Maggi sauce.
Then this
McDonald's
is
soy sauce.
This is something that's gonna be in
Beef
there.
from-
I just haven't written the fight scene dialogue yet. But Devon gets punched, and then Devon's like, "My guts, my glory, ram," or something like that.
My good, my glory.
And then there's the Safeway thing. Oh yeah, and then this is a scripted blooper. Is that one of us is like, "Guys, it's time to shoot Giraffe," and then Devon's like. Then Devon panics. He's like, "Don't shoot Giraffe!" And like he's pretending to be Giraffe or something like that. Oh, wait, he has a name tag that says Giraffe. And one of us is like, "Time to shoot Giraffe!" And he's like, "No."
Are those things scripted bloopers? Are those
Those are scripted bloopers,
So
yeah.
this is because I'm gonna tell you to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something
That's the
that
best kind of marketing.
I need an opinion on if it's necessary or not.
Yeah.
If I need to invest the time to think. Is that Devon and I are discussing about the fact that we're both Sri Lankan, but Devon is convinced that he's a certified Sri Lankan.
What about that?
But I don't know how.
You can try to ease out Sri Lankan each other.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
When? Not
Here
not
in my
yet.
head right now, I'm thinking of the second movie opening up with
Already.
sorry, Pereira being in a fantasy of being of his own making, where everybody's serving him hand and foot, and you think it's the beginning of the second movie, but then it's just like he's in a coma and everything's like.
Right,
And
yes.
they're like, Pereira, we need you back on the floor. We pulled you out of your coma early. Like, how do you?
We made that nurse to mention the Taro ability.
We did it on purpose.
We knew it would
Yeah, we knew. It would
get
be
your
okay.
attention.
It was a highly unethical experimental treatment, but we got you out of that coma early.
Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
We should go.
Yes.
Because my mom wants to go to the gym so early tomorrow.
Okay, so I'd say the plan for tomorrow night is you guys, as soon as you can get here, just get here and we're just gonna be sleeping. Like we may already be in
What time
bed.
are you gonna be
Finito.
They walk in
Like-
the door, mattress.
Like
Brush your
10
teeth,
or like
hop in the
10:30.
car.
Oh, is that too late?
No, it's
We'll
not.
be here at 11.
It's fine. I was just saying that we'll probably already be in bed. We won't be sleeping. But like what I mean is, as soon as you guys get here, it's just like okay, bedtime. Like get ready for bed and we'll all go to bed.
No, I said, change your PJs, brush your teeth, get in the car. We'll have a mattress here. You just walk in the door. And
But are we not gonna be downstairs?
oh, I don't know.
Like 90% of the mattresses are downstairs.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have like mattresses to sleep on, or should we?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. You can
Please don't bring your own mattress. We have
Don't bring your
Harry sleeps on 2 queens. I'm on a queen. There are 2 twins down there.
Yeah.
Sean, can I get a ride with you guys? I'm
Oh,
on the way.
yeah.
He's like, oh, you're not living here? I told you.
My mom thinks the same thing. I'll be right back.
Okay, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
Took a while.
I just want to get some oxygen on my ass. Hold on.
Okay.
Lift up this, I don't know.